Hello and welcome to Mayhem of Ragnirock, the North American side of things. We're about to get into the top 8 of things, and I'm one of the casters for today. I'm Duke, and with me is the very enigmatic Daiku. How are you feeling, Daiku?
I am feeling amazing, and I am ready as always to be watching NA. Throw it down. I'm rooting for my boys already. I'm super biased.
And, you got to establish the bias early. Who are you biased for? We've got our top 8, but who on the top 8 are you looking forward to seeing?
Honestly, as always, just Sandstorm. But on the other hand, I love a story of Ethan, and I think it's funny because Ethan just gets closer and closer for every tournament, you know, and it's just fun seeing him to like try his absolute best. But he's like the other end of Sandstorm, where he's kind of like Sandstorm, where he's getting really good and getting to that level. But he's a bit more emotional, while Sandstorm just feels like he just doesn't care much.
Yeah, I definitely, I can definitely see the vibes. All right, so that's not our first matchup. Sandstorm and Ethan could potentially be our winners finals, but in order for that to happen, Sandstorm has to beat out Wrench. That's going to be the first matchup of the winners bracket. Talk me through this matchup real quick. Who's kind of the favorite? Obviously, Sandstorm's the stronger or more known name, but they're both in wild card. Is there something to know?
I do think Wrench, out of almost every player in this game, has one of the better matchups against Sandstorm. There's 3 players that are good matchups against Sandstorm that can potentially ever take it.
Okay.
And it's Boomy.
Okay.
It's Ethan. Okay. And it's Wrenched.
And all 3 of those are also in the winner's side.
Yes. And it's mostly because all 3 of them have slightly different ways of dealing with Sandstorm. Wrench is a player that honestly no one really fully understands because he plays his weapons in a way that only Wrench would do, and he's a bit more slower when he has to find his neutral game, and then tries to explode as the game goes on, which works better against Sandstorm instead of trying to consistently contest him. On the other hand, you have someone like Boomy, who will always level up to the level of his enemies. Like if his enemies are slightly better than him, then he will just push even further and force himself into the situation. But that can bite him sometimes, as we've seen in the past, where he goes too much offstage against someone, even though his offstage is clean. It doesn't always work out. And you have Ethan, who has been Sandstorm's partner through thick and thin before when they got better together. And Ethan is probably the only player that understands what Sandstorm wants to do and thinks in any given moment.
Okay, and so that's going to be 4 of our top 8, but then we go down to the lower bracket where we've got Remy, the Penguin, Sctv Wilson, and Isidru. And a lot of these top 8 North American names are well-known, very established names. We've seen them in the top 8s time and time again. And then you see the Penguin sitting alongside these really established names. He was able to beat out Kosalix yesterday in order to earn that top 8 spot. He also ran through the upper bracket and beat Isidru on his way to this top 8. So he's definitely not someone to be slept on. What do you think of this kind of sleeper guy? I feel like I just super missold that. What do you think about the Penguin, this guy who is relatively unknown?
So the Penguin has something amazing to him, and it is that when I was in North America and I was playing, every player would be like, dude, I really hope I don't have to play against the Penguin. And I think it has to do with the fact that this guy has a playstyle where he just kind of doesn't care about if he misses or if he doesn't, and he does stuff that is not always what we would consider optimal.
Okay.
But because of that, he gets the hits that other people wouldn't, because he goes for stuff that you just don't expect. You're like, why would you do that? And he just kind of does it. And if I do remember correctly, he is on that Rax pick, if he still is playing that.
Okay.
And Rax is very hard to deal with when a person is unpredictable because it's fast. It's really, really, really fast.
That high dex on Vrax, I can see how scary that can be. But that will be the second of our lower bracket matches. The first one will be Sctv Wilson and Isidru. Very strong, very established names in the scene. Wilson has been a consistent monster for a very long time. He's been on that Ragnar pick. Isidru, he's been kind of faltering lately. Do you think he has it in him to beat down Wilson and get through this top 8 match?
Once again, insider information. I remember that every time, because for some reason, Isidru and Wilson always end up in the same like path.
Okay.
So they always have to fight against each other. And Isidru would always be like preparing himself against Wilson the past like 6 months to always like get ready for that eventual Wilson match that he would have to do. And honestly, I feel like Isidru is more prepared for Wilson than what Wilson would be for Isidru, because Isidru is always having his eyes set onto Wilson. However, it is a mirror match, and this is going to be very interesting because I haven't seen Ragnar Dittos in quite some time. You see a lot of Ragnars, but you don't see the Ditto that often.
Yeah, this is one of those rare situations where the Ditto will happen. Isidru has a pretty large character pool of Axe characters. I half expected a Bryn, but he has been working on that Ragnar a little bit more as of late, especially with those Axe signatures. He's been a big fan of them. On the other side, Wilson, he's pretty much known for his guitar play, but his Axe play has been leveling up as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Wilson is one of those players that you just wouldn't expect to do much or like anything crazy because he's always been that more slower, methodical, control-y type of person. But Wilson always, whenever he figures out something that is strong, takes it to the next level. And he takes it with a consistency that very few players in this game can ever compare themselves to.
Well, he's showing that consistency right now, getting that damage built up onto Isidru, has him on the corner, and this is a spot where Wilson has been consistently dominant, is keeping his opponent on that corner, utilizing these Ragnar Katar signatures to maintain that position. Oh, the Spitfire. Not going to take out Isidru.
Fire. Wilson doing his classic edgeguard style where he just ledge traps you, sits on the corner and just waits for you to pop your head and then perfectly places attacks. Isidru going for that silent nair into neutral sig string, does not hit it, but it doesn't matter because as Wilson falls down, he hits that clean sider and gets the first stock. Pivotal moment in this first game.
Oh, and then he's sticking with the Katars now. Isidru getting this damage built up onto Wilson. Clearly showing he's been practicing these Katars. Oh, that's a burn dodge. That's going to be a punish. Yep, Wilson gets that stock.
Now, Wilson, not a player to go off stage very much, but if he does see that dodge burned and he has Katars in his hand, you can expect that falling ground pound to come because it is so fast and really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah, he generally will sit on that corner and just kind of burn you out over time, but he did see the opportunity and he took full advantage of it.
Isidru once again going for the sideline nair into GC neutral stick, trying to get the KO. Doesn't hit, but then he falling siders him as Wilson's falling down. Goes for the neutral stick and does get the KO. Wow, this axe has been giving him so much mileage, and Isidru is a player to find his kills with axe.
He's using it as like that consistent kill confirm and then using the Katars for that early damage buildup because he can get those dodge reads because they have just kind of less variable force as they're not too damaged. You're seeing those big strings come out, that 3-hit coming out from Isidru.
Isidru, so far, having a great lead, man. I wasn't expecting this type of play from Isidru because I was expecting him to play Axe more and still honestly just play it for the Ragnirock. But his Katar so far has been showing promise.
Yeah, he's been doing work, getting Sctv Wilson into the orange now. Great avoidance of that recovery and lands down so he can get that hit.
And he's not being greedy. Oh, okay, the downswing, the Spitfire, both of them tossing out fire left and right. And Wilson comes out on advantage with that projectile type of fire.
I'm surprised that Isidru is going for that gravity cancel neutral signature. As we've said, Wilson not the type of person to really challenge off stage. And so kind of going for that read puts him open, and it's been the reason why he's died twice.
Oh, not Eddie yet. Trying to get this kills. Man, Isidru, he's so good at just tossing out attacks with axe to try and find the mark. Side air into falling neutral stick. Does not hit this time, though. Wilson trying to get the lead back.
Oh, the recovery.
Gets the guitar reads. Oh.
Both of them getting close to that knockout percent. The side air, but it's from center stage, so Wilson flies so far. The ground pound connects. Isidru closes out game one.
Isidru with that axe ground pound, falling down, chopping everything in his ways, and gets that first game one. In the best of 5 set, it is very, very important to get the first map. The first game, because map control is now in your advantage. Because if he does lose this match, he gets to pick his map next time, and after that, if he wins that match because of his map, Wilson will once again pick whatever map he gets, and then Isidru can get the last map choice in the best of 5. So having the first game is one of the most important things in the best of 5 set.
Well, regardless, it seems like this is going to be the map pick overall as Small Ball Haven. Like, they just went right back into this one. And considering they're playing the same characters, same stances, I think they're just comfortable playing on the same map through and through as well.
Sometimes, as they say in NA, it is not that deep. We just play.
Yeah, so I just like that map. But Isidru, yeah, he got that stock quick, 30 seconds in.
Man, getting these, I don't, wow. So far, really, really surprised about this Ragnar pick, man.
It's working. He's leveling up with it, and he's getting more and more momentum as these games progress.
Oof.
Nice falling double nair.
Falling nair, man. Looking like shades of 2015 acts where you hit someone up and you just fall down while you're nair. Yep. But Wilson getting that close reversal. Didn't take too much damage, but yellow is a sustainable lead.
Yeah, so just kind of maintaining that early lead that he got off that first stock. Oh, the guitar strings, they're just slapping back and forth between each other.
I love that. That is the guitar where instead of dodging, you would just slap back.
Just hit him.
It's a dream, man.
Wilson's
Getting his strings into fire.
Throwing out a lot of signatures here. Wilson's starting to punish him. Recovery connects on the back end. Wilson sent off stage. Can Isidru finish this stock? Has him on the corner. Fakes going off stage.
Oh, okay. He went. Okay, he went. Oh, with that instant recovery, shades of EU. When EU doesn't know how to KO with axe, the recovery just come out left and right. Yep. Wow, man. Isidru's getting these strings.
Oh, Isidru. Such a prolonged guitar string, and he's still doing it as Wilson has yet to touch back down.
And the wake of GC downlines and recovery.
Oh my gosh, Isidru's guitars are going off right now. Wilson has gotten one neutralite onto Isidru for the entirety of his stock. Oh, that's a burn dodge.
Okay, down there. Will we see it? No, does not get that.
He didn't go for a falling nair there. Isidru was just above Wilson. Surprise.
It is a bit hard though. Sometimes you don't know when that recovery hitbox will come out to hit you, but it doesn't matter because Isidru backdashes into a side stick and gets the KO. That is game 2 for Isidru, and so far looking so clean.
Let's go, Isidru. This is what you were talking about, right? Where you say Isidru studies up on Wilson more than probably anyone else because he's just fought Wilson so often. So clearly that studying starting to pay off. He had an extra day to study, an extra night to sit on it and study his matchup against Wilson. And now Wilson's forced to change characters. Queen Nai.
I have a feeling this might go a lot better. There is something that kind of mysterious that happens with players, and it's when someone mirrors you on your own legend, even if you have more experience on that legend, for some reason you can't win it out in the way you normally would, and the opponent, even though they have less experience, actually plays better on that character against you.
It's that mental damage.
Possibly, and maybe it's just playing as someone that literally has the exact same options as you do. You might not be looking for it as you'd think. But Wilson now on the Queen Nai. I'm hoping something will change.
Yep. This is what we saw from Wilson in 2v2s alongside Stevenator during the Mountain Dew Amp Game Field Championship, is that he used a whole lot of signatures. We've already seen 2 signatures come out from Wilson, and he has the damage advantage over Isidru.
Oh, these signatures, man, coming out left and right. Queen Nai signatures, if placed well, is so hard to deal with. Getting that down left stair does not end up KOing him yet. Gets the guitars down 6. Yes, that is the Wilson staple that we know. Finds signatures more than any other player in this game.
Both of them getting this damage. Isidru a little bit closer to the knockout percentage, but Wilson keeps going for this down sig read, and Isidru's ready for the side air. Will do it.
Whenever guitars kill you with an on-stage side air, you know you survived a bit too long.
You were very damaged for that guitar side air to bounce you off stage. Oh, but axe side air from Isidru.
Yep.
Needs one more hit. Oh, the recovery from Wilson beats it out.
That was interesting. That interaction was a bit weird, but Isidru down there into jump recovery does get the KO. Not too bad of a position. However, Wilson this time, the one being in the lead. Something changed with this Queen Nai pick.
Yeah, having that spear, having that space control with those signatures, and then just the general stat line of this Queen Nai, right? Higher defense, higher strength, able to trade out a little bit more effectively against Isidru.
Oof, Wilson, man. Wilson always does it with Queen Nai. Gets one hit. If it's a sidelight, down sig. If it's a down there, down sig as well. Get that recovery. Does not matter because signature is the only thing you use to get KOs. Super solid lead. Wilson on Queen Nai in this matchup, so much better.
Oh, but Isidru with the 3-piece down air, neutral air, and then dashing forward for the neutral signature.
Oh. Interesting, man. Wilson getting these reversals on the guitar strings. Oh, I am saying that wrong, but Wilson, man, going from sidelight to downlights to recoveries. He is in the big lead. Any signature will KO.
Isidru wants to get this stock. Oh, barely outside of it, but this is bouncing him off the stage. Wilson's going to hold on to the stock. This Queen Nai defense is so high, so survivable. Wilson,
down sig.
Far back. Yeah, he's waiting for Isidru to make the move forward, right? And then once Isidru comes in, full on punish.
Oh, I wonder if that was a jump recovery or what he tried to do with that one. Because he may have gotten stuck because Queen Nai has less dexterity. So his timing was off by like 1 or 2 frames, but it doesn't matter because that down just sends him straight up.
So much damage was put out from Wilson on this Queen Nai, and he's got to be feeling good about this character swap. Are we going to see the swap from Isidru now? He's actually taken a little bit of time thinking about this. I don't think he was expecting Wilson to switch to the Queen Nai.
How funny wouldn't it be to see Isidru just go to Queen Nai, considering he knows how to play. He knows how to play guitars, and he knows how to play spear because of the Bryn. So. I mean, it would be possible, but nah. He goes back to the Ragnar. He has 2 more games to work with. He can lose this game as well, and then go in for the hard adaptation on this last game. Chooses to go with Ragnar again. Goes back to Brawlhalla. Maybe that was a secret structure to it. Maybe he feels comfortable enough on that map to get his KOs as early as possible. We will see, because Wilson so far has shown great adaptation with his Queen Eye pick.
The scary thing about this map, Small Brawlhalla, because it's such a small map, means that while he will be able to kill Wilson at a little bit more standard damage levels, Wilson will be able to take out Isidru very quickly. Isidru's got to be careful about that, but they're trading back and forth right now. Damage is fairly even, but Wilson's got the stage control.
Oh,
and he read the dodge down.
These resets. I always find it interesting when someone's playing against guitars, because for some reason you're just compelled to go back down after they hit you with a downlight. And Wilson getting the salad into downsig again, always going for downsig off anything. The ground pound is not enough.
Good avoidance. He can touch. Oh, the ground pound from Wilson.
Wilson getting spear ground pound into tossing the weapon, forcing his Drew to have no option left, and then placing that ground pound exactly where he needs with the unarmed.
Yo, that was so scary. Isidru did 2 recoveries, picked up the weapon, and then went off stage with the down air. If he had committed to that off stage, he just didn't have any moves. Oh, the Spitfire goes into the stage. Not gonna work out for him.
Isidru trying to cave a hole into that stage with that downsig.
Barely avoids it.
Can't get the punish on it. It's because it's in such awkward angles. Whenever Wilson decides to use a signature, you struggle getting the punish opportunity on it.
Oh, doesn't get the
down there.
Misses. He's trying to get this stock. You can see how hard Isidru wants to get this stock, going for all these knockout moves.
Doesn't kill. Another Sam misses barely. Cider. Isidru missing again.
No.
Downsig. Oh, both just go for hits. Okay.
Isidru able to even up the stocks, but he's so incredibly damaged. Wilson coming in with a fresh stock means that if Isidru's not careful, a wake-up signature from Wilson will immediately give Wilson a huge lead.
Wilson so far basically looking like the same lead, but Isidru once again getting that quick piece. I think it was it falling neutral into neutral? Wasn't too sure. Maybe satellite.
So. Yeah, I mean he went in with the dash and neutral signature to finish it off the juggle. I think it was a downlight that set up.
Wow. And he's getting these hits, man, left and right, single pieces, but he connects them from far away. I don't understand.
Oh, the down signature, the backswing of it. It hits on both sides. Isidru was not ready for that one, but he did a great job of evening up the damage. This is doable for Isidru.
Very. Just needs the KO here, and he is fine. Wilson, though, still looking solid like last game. Not as big of a lead, but that can change quick.
Nice. The side air, and suddenly it's even. Isidru closing that full stock lead.
Oh, no. That happens so often where someone tosses their weapon up and then they get hit by the neutral air. You literally chain yourself because the hits don't last enough as they get hit by the weapon throw to go for another one without you being able to do anything.
Extra damage just because they got hit by a weapon toss.
Yup.
Nice weapon toss from Isidru.
Oh, the side sig. So he has been going for his neutral sig a lot. Maybe try to go for a different read this time. I do like to attempt, but it doesn't matter because Wilson's follow up on that. Getting the side light into pushing himself forward. Dash down light, side air. Clean moves from Wilson.
But like you were saying, I do appreciate that Isidru is changing up his follow-up off the nair. He has been going for that neutral signature a lot, and Wilson generally has been just jumping high above it. I'm surprised Isidru didn't go for like a chase dodge up recovery, something to really read that high chase, but probably a risky option, which is why he's not doing it. Either way, we're going to game 5 between the two of them. This swap from Wilson to the Queen Nai, and now we're seeing Isidru swap over to the Bryn.
I do have to mention that last KO. I wonder if he saw that he lost his dodge, because I'm not too quite sure. But if it did, that was such a clean conversion, man. Not a lot of people understand that you're supposed to dash in after hitting a salad at that percentage to get the downline connection, and he does, especially on a slower character like Queen Knight. Wilson knows his strings.
Ooh, he's inside of the signature. Yeah, he's gonna get the punish opportunity.
Yep.
Wilson with the response, downlight side air. Wilson's spear game is looking really strong, considering the fact that he's been playing Ragnar for the better part of 2018 and 2019. It's impressive that he's been able to maintain his spear play.
Yes, but let's mention Isidru's Bryn so far. It has been wow. Okay, and let's say that we can't mention him apparently because Wilson's just trying to go in for the cutthroat kill.
He wanted to finish that stock quick. Oh, the recovery underneath Isidru, just healthy enough, but another one of those would be a knockout.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's still living. The far corner, Isidru able to touch back to that wall.
Not the location he was looking for with that force. Sider, not gonna be enough yet.
Oh, that's a punish.
Oh, that is going to be way enough as well. Deep into that 180 plus damage, which is like 30 damage beyond kill percent. He is gone with that one.
But Wilson not too far behind in the damage department. That side air almost takes him out. One more side air. If he can hit it, the ground pound denies the wall touch. Will be enough.
Yep. That was actually one of the best ground pounds I've seen because he literally covered just it barely covered the wall, but that means he got so much more leverage on like the entire stage. So he just covered like the entire part of the 3 columns.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the biggest powers of that ground pound is that you can cover so much space with that falling circle hitbox.
Yep. Why does it feel like Isidru's Bryn just moves so much faster than his Ragnar?
Well, she does have more movement speed than Ragnar, so it might actually quite literally move faster.
I guess, but it's just such a big difference. I feel like it's just like a mentality switch.
Oh yeah, he definitely feels more comfortable on this Bryn. You can see just his positioning is much more on point. He's able to get much better conversions on his hits.
Oof. This kill is so important for this entire set. Oh, and he once again sidelight, dash, downlight, side air. Does not get the KO. Oh! Ground pounds.
He got the touch and was able to fast fall low enough to avoid the ground pound. Got back up, Isidru extending the stock, but that's a ground pound. Risky option, and Wilson's gonna punish.
Recovery. Wilson barely missing that by pixels.
Sidelight not gonna be a knockout option. Wilson going in with the unarmed ground pound.
This kill is so important.
They both know it. You can see how carefully they're playing the nairs, not a knockout option. Oh, the recovery! Oh. This is close.
How?
Can Isidru get the immediate response?
Man, this is Isidru's going for a lot of hit. Does not get it. Wilson downlight at the sider. Nusher just trying to get single hits. Doesn't reach too much, but Isidru wakes up with a side heavy against guitars. What?
Yo. It's what Wilson was very much not expecting. All right. Oh, delaying it, knowing that Wilson was not going to challenge that weapon toss and just delaying this next weapon spawn a little bit longer.
Double neutralize, tossing him in straight into orange from yellow. Isidru clapping back.
Nice.
Oh my!
Almost had the read.
That neutral would have hit, but it doesn't matter. Wilson down that neutral stick. That is a perfect Queen Knight. That's it. You are right, Duke.
Downlight side air. Wilson finishing it off, taking game 5. The switch to the Queen Knight working so well for him. The Bryn almost worked for Isidru. He was so close, went down to the final hits, but Wilson's the one to get it and close it out. He will be continuing on into the losers quarterfinal.
It's not often you see a reverse 3-0 adaptation, especially now with a character swap and then sticking to it. Wilson lost so early with that Ragnar Ditto. He's like, you know what? I played Queen Knight for like probably 80% of my career before Ragnar. Let's toss it out again. Let's try that, and it worked amazingly.
He's going to Wilson Classic now, right? He's going to the old school.
Indeed, and I think Florida back in the corner is probably happy about this pick, being able to see the Queen Knight still perform and still do great in higher level tournaments at this amazing high skill top 8 that we are seeing. We're gonna be moving forward.
There's no way this is real. Remy versus Penguin coming up next. Remy's locked in random Penguin on the Azoth.
That's my skin.
Is this actually happening right now? Remy versus the Penguin. Remy does end up pulling out a Ragnirock from the random hat, but I just, this is a confidence play to say the very least. If Remy's going, okay, yeah, this looks real. They're not standing there taunting. All right, Remy on the Ragnirock.
It did, and he just comes out with unarmed straight up. Penguin though, clapping back with wow,
that plays
backdash. I didn't know you can do it that way. So he hit him with the sideline, and he's still in the air. He backdashes as he's doing his spot dodge, and the downlight actually catches him slightly mid-air because he hit it with the jumping portion of it, and not the ending portion.
That bow downlight does have quite a bit of range, but we do see Remy's been able to respond and damage. He's very adept with a lot of characters, so the random is not the worst decision in the world. The Penguin gets the recovery though. Remy's gonna get sent flying, and if Remy doesn't pick an actual character for game 2, then this is just Remy super not respecting the Penguin, and Penguin's taking advantage of it.
Penguin's bow actually doing wonders. Azov is an interesting character. Oh, he has no recovery. He has no dodge now.
Oh,
he gets the hit and he goes back. Remy?
Yo.
Remy? Okay.
Penguin's still getting hits on that edge guard in the unarmed against the axe. He is widening this gap. Penguin goes in, or Remy goes in, hits the side air.
So, Penguin was actually dead. But Remy may have miscalculated, and that side air that he got allowed him to actually get a chase out to get back because he had nothing. Anyways, Remy does not care. Both are now on equal stock, but not equal damage numbers. Signatures coming out from Azov probably very soon. Azov is an interesting character, and I want to mention why. And it's because it's one of the characters that have been silently buffed the past like 3 or 4 patches. Just like moves here and there without anyone noticing. And right now, Azov actually has super strong signatures.
And clearly someone noticed as the Penguin is playing this Azov pick. He hasn't been using a whole lot of signatures. There is kind of a risk reward to it, right? There is huge punish windows, as you see in Remy, punish with that neutral light. And suddenly, this is close to even.
And Remy doing his, I'm not going to move, just trying to freak you out, see what's going to happen. And then goes for a side stick, does not hit. Penguin's trying to come back.
Nice side air from Penguin.
Recovery, and then dodge. He's going to die from this.
Yep. That down air will finish off the stun.
Penguin so far looking pretty good. Although Remy did pick random, knows a lot of characters, knows a lot of weapons. And maybe you should not have done that because Penguin is getting these strings, dude.
Weapon toss into unarmed side air, pick up sidelight nair. The Penguin with these plays, he's not
hit into the down sig.
What?
Wow.
I didn't know those things were legal. Like, he's busting out things that I did not know were actually available. Remy sticking with the random. He is not respecting Penguin. The fact that Penguin just two-stocked Remy and Remy is still playing random, I don't know what Remy's thinking, but he's got to be really confident in his ability to reverse 3-0 this.
If Remy is not careful with this, I'm going to say one thing, and Remy is going to be muerta with this, the Penguin Azov pick, man.
It's muerto.
Okay, man, you know what? Move on. Remy, go on the strings.
Take him to Spanish class. Remy with the gauntlets, though, putting that damage out onto the Penguin. Penguin picking up the axe again. I like these like quick pickup sidelights coming out from Penguin. Just really like throwing them out there. Downlight down air, getting some damage. Might not have wanted to go as far off stage, but Remy not able to punish. He's actually
sliding off.
Given a lot of range to the Penguin, not getting stacked up the way that you generally want to be with gauntlets.
Remy doing the amazing NA Classic, trying to hit him with the hand of God, as we call it, when the downswing just comes from the depths of whatever. I don't know why they call it the hand of God because of that, but whatever. Penguin getting this into downswing, does not KO.
Finish
I thought
the
that
stock.
had more force. Downswing again.
Oh, the neutral air from Remy actually beating out the sidelight startup from the Penguin. Both of them close to that knockout percent. Who's going to get the first hit? The down signature. Penguin just above it, but he jumps into the recovery. The last shot of it. He was trying to punish it.
Not only that, I think he actually stared just as that happened. So he extended his hurt box extra much because Remy hit him from the side with that recovery. I hope I'm right about that. Gameplay knowledge, maybe not.
I did see the startup of the side air, so that's very possible. All right, falling side air from Remy. Charging that up. He can hold that neutral signature. Penguin punishes it. There's a kill.
Getting that ground pound. instantly jump ground pounds him, recognizing that he has to recovery. Remy decides to use recovery, and that is going to be the Equilibrium's KO. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
I guess, you know, equalizer, equilibrium. It's got the word equal in it, so. I'm surprised he's sticking with this axe, though. The Penguin's bow was looking real nasty at a lot of points in game 1. But,
ooh, Remy. The downlight sidelight into the falling recovery. Classic. And he does it again. Does not get it this time, though, because Penguin dodges diagonally down.
Weapon toss to interrupt. Sidelight again. Penguin's dodging down. Remy's starting to recognize it. He is getting that hit.
He is dodging down, but this time he was hit off of a clean sidelight, so it's a bit harder to get that. However, he dodges down and then he jumps up, so he kind of cancels itself out there. Oh man, Remy just getting this downlight sidelight recovery. Downlight sidelight recovery. It is the 3-piece string that we all love.
Nice little dribble from the Penguin. Oh, tries to slide charge the down signature, but Remy right underneath it. Weapon toss. Over to the bow. Throws out the down signature. Remy high above it. Remy with a massive lead over the Penguin.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some side six or neutral six coming out from Remy soon.
Oh, Penguin. Snap! He delayed that recovery, too. That wasn't like a straight into the recovery.
Yeah, he should have just recovered, though, because it is a true combo from downlight to recovery. But he didn't, and Remy actually got the move out of it. I don't know if Remy had a dodge or not, but he could have dodged that if he did. However, doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, he did get the KO. And as our beloved Sandstorm says, just get the KO, dude.
Just get it.
And as I say that, Remy does. 1-1. Remy with the cross random pick. Remy so far, not afraid, doesn't care that he was 1-0. I mean, he was down 0-1 against Penguin, but it's happening.
Swap. The Penguin goes over to the Vrax. Remy's sticking with the random. He's going to random into a Mordex now. If Remy wins this randoming for the entire best of 5, that is Remy basically just putting the Penguin on blast. Like, that's him just being like, you do not deserve to fight against my best characters.
Yep. Remy having that Mordex, though, we will be seeing the Penguin Vrax. This is the Vrax that a lot of NA players are terrified of playing against, mainly because they just don't know what he's going to do, and it's just a pain having to play against a player that doesn't fear for his own life as much as you do.
You know, off stage against the Gauntlets.
Yep.
Running out of movement, but that soft platform's there to help out the Penguin. Damage relatively even between the two. Slight advantage to the Penguin. Remy, he's trying to find these punishes on the back end of these stairs. You see the way that he's trying to position aerially next to the Penguin.
Remy's gauntlets are so weird compared to other gauntlet players. He's just hitting his sidelights. He's like playing it like Axe, dude. Getting a like 1 or 2 piece string and then it's like backing off completely. So far, both players so equal. One of them will get the KO hit soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Penguin comes with a random down stick. Does get disarmed. Remy disarms himself. Down there.
That dare's gonna throw him off stage. That's a burned recovery. And the down air will finish it off. Yeah, Remy takes the first stock with this random Mordex.
Yep, good knowledge on that, knowing that you can just toss your own hurt box on top of them and then hit the down air, because down air hits surprisingly stacked on Scythe. Doesn't look like it, but it's one of the most stacked moves that Scythe has. Probably the most stacked move that Scythe has.
Ground pound!
Penguin.
The quick burst from the Penguin evens up the stocks.
Hitting with that doot, sending him straight to the Netherlands, I guess.
Did you just call the Lance ground pound a doot?
It's because, you know, have you seen that Penguin thing? Or like, Newt?
Yes, I have.
Man, move on.
Oh my gosh, Remy still getting this damage. He is untouched on the second stock. Finally, the side air and the down air from the Penguin, but that's just nowhere near a response in damage. Oh, now we're starting to get some response. Remy has him close to knockout percent, though.
Penguin now trying to go for his neutral six after getting hits. Probably a bit late. I would expect the Vrax player to be doing it more. I feel like Penguin is not being himself, man.
Maybe a little afraid of Remy, or just really respecting Remy, or this random pick from Remy, just putting that mental damage. Oh, the slide charge down signature, though, whips him off.
That's more like it. That is more like it. Remy does die off of that. Actually got him. Wow.
I thought he could touch.
I was so sure that was not the end of him, but apparently it was.
Oh my gosh, the Penguin! What in the world just happened? That's so much damage, but it was not a knockout. Remy able to reset back onto the stage. That was scary, though. That's gonna give you a little mini heart attack.
And Remy does know how to get that KO on that. That was interesting. That looked like a fatality, basically, because it was just like weird two hit pieces onto Remy into another weird hit, and then getting the down there. And but Remy did not use any of his options, knew that he cannot mess up here. And Remy just getting this gauntlet solo vertical black hole once he gets the hit. Left, right, getting this out. That recovery is not enough. 1 or 2 more hits will be the end of him.
Cider sends him off stage. There's the weapon toss. Penguin has to dodge it. Down air.
Wow.
Pretty sure he touched. Yep, touches again. Penguin able to extend this stock. Remy denying every sort of weapon in the recovery. Finishes it off. Remy takes game 3. One more, and Remy with the random will knock out the Penguin.
Indeed. Close match, though. Penguin almost had that really, really weird gimp attempt of his where he just did this weird down there into ground pound on Lance, even though he was white, because Remy fast fell out of it. Not much to comment.
I think if Remy wasn't white, then that had a lot of potential to be a knockout for the Penguin.
Very.
But we do see Remy, he's going to be randoming into Queen 9 now, which means he is going to have a whole lot of defense to work with. And he's got a spear, one of the more comfortable weapons for Remy.
Remy with this Queen Eye. Silent neutral signatures coming out left and right.
Lots of signatures. The space control from Remy.
Why is there not a Dragon Tamer Queen 9? Is there one? Like
no, because Dragon Slayer Valet exists. I don't know. I don't design skins.
How sick wouldn't it be to have like a Dragon Queen 9? But the Penguin, man, tossing out these weird ground pounds again. Now we're looking more like it, where you just don't know what's going to actually happen. You get hit by random, quote unquote, random stuff.
Recovery, but the Penguin avoids it. Oh, side charges Remy, not able to punish, but he does get that little downlight for the tap. Penguin going in. Side air sends him off. Avoids the weapon toss.
Where did he go? He was in the nether realms, dude. I saw him jump like 4 times, and he just wasn't like getting past that camera angle, so you can actually see him again.
Oh my gosh. Remy catches him with the down signature, and then the wake up jump from the Penguin. Remy caught him with the downlight as well. Oh, there's so much damage here. This is big.
Remy's in the huge lead with these signatures. Goes for weapon toss to protect himself.
Caught by that spear toss too.
Oh, the downline grab pound. A lot of damage. That is the most damaging thing. Oh, downline neutral sig. He could have just saved him, but it's fine.
Oh!
Nice. Off the wall. Remy.
Is he going to 3-stock in game 4 to close out and beat the Penguin? Remy with the Queen Eye that he randomed into is just putting out so much damage and space with these signatures.
Remy is one of the better players in this game. On a good day, he probably beats pretty much everyone. That is the Remy factor. However, the Penguin crawling back, trying his absolute best to get this. Gets the side air, takes the stock. There is potential in this, but the Queen Eye has so much defense, and it is so hard to deal with. Once you are behind, that is.
Penguin is getting a couple of hits here and there, but it might be a little too late, as he is 1 stock left to work with and a stock behind, and Remy just kind of stutter stepping his way over to the right side.
Remy doing that down to down sig, pretty much tossing himself so far away that it's impossible to get a punish if he misses. It's more of a, I'm gonna toss it out there.
Oh my gosh! From below, down like gravity cancel neutral signature, the Penguin. He cannot afford to take another signature at this point. He will get knocked out. Ground pound.
Oh my!
Oh, it was so incredibly low, like it was below the stage.
How was he not dying? Another neutral sig, another neutral sig. Down there. Pogo. That's gonna be it. Okay, Remy, sure. 3-1. Remy takes it, although the Penguin did take that first game with that ace off, and it was looking very promising. Remy did not care, didn't even swap off with the random, kept going with it, and actually takes it with random.
That last neutral signature from Remy was just so unnecessary. That was him just really showing that he did not respect the Penguin. But 3 wins for Remy means that the Penguins knocked out. Remy will go on into the lower quarterfinals, and now we're going to go up to the winner's bracket, the upper side of the bracket.
The Daiku personal bias, the main event is about to start.
Okay. So this is going to be Sandstorm versus Wrenched. I believe Sandstorm's back to the Mordex. He's done one tournament where he was playing the Zul, but other than that, it seems like he's been Mordex for the better part of forever. And then on the other side, Wrench sticking with guitars, but it's interesting to see that he's busting out the Lucian. I was really expecting the Asuri.
I have insider info, and there's a high chance we will be seeing Sandstorm and Faye.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Daiku, you are incredible at what you do. I am so happy
you're so good at knowing things.
That you analyze, and you talk to people, and you have friends. I think...
This is why you're here. This is why we ask you to come on, so that you can tell me all the reasons why I'm wrong about my predictions. But Lin Fei, 2 strength Lin Fei for Sandstorm to go up against Wrenched. That's gonna be it's gonna be tough to get knockouts, right?
Kind of, but Sandstorm has shown that he doesn't really care about that, and he never has. He always finds his KOs. And the other thing is that when you're playing 2 string-heavy weapons like guitars and cannon, honestly, who cares about the forge? Because you get so many hits left and right, it just doesn't matter at the end of the day. At least that is Sandstorm's thought process here, because he does favor that defense. He wants to be tanky. He wants to know that if he does miss and get hit, it's not going to be the end of the world, because defense does truly make a big difference. See my Thor, tank Thor as I call it. But Wrench going with his Lucian pick, not going with what we usually see as No.
He just went in. Wrench just got 0 to death. Sandstorm just what? I didn't I thought he was just gonna get a couple hits here and there, maybe reset, but he just kept going in. He didn't even get that final hit of the gravity cancel neutral light. Wrenched avoided it, but he just burned so many things trying to get out of that cannon string that Sandstorm now has a huge lead. He does not need damage if he's gonna be hitting those. Oh, he touched. Oh,
Pavelski?
Sandstorm! What in the world? Sandstorm's just going off! Yo, Wrenched is in the Thanos gauntlet skin too. Like, you can't do this to him. He doesn't have all the stones. All right, he's denying the weapon. Getting the juggles.
We were just talking about 2 forts. We were talking about killing. We were talking about things. Sandstorm with this downsing. What the nair reversal?
All right, Wrench touches the wall.
Why is Wrench playing? And, I'm not gonna comment too much on it. I know that. So Guns is actually one of the better weapons against Cannon in this game, because Cannon has close to no priority against Guns moves. So it is actually a very, very good weapon to pick against Cannon.
But Sandstorm's got guitars right now. Don't even have to worry about the Cannon matchup. Now he's got the Cannon.
He barely beat Cannon. He literally got 1 kill.
Snap. 3 stock for game 1. Sandstorm got all of those at like less than kill percent. That final one, gravity canceling a side signature at the bottom of the screen. What in the world?
I have no words for what I just witnessed. Sandstorm with the classic sidelight into dash jump down there, something close to no player actually does on Cannon, even though it is like it's a 2-frame string pretty much. Gets that down there, falls again, down there,
a second downer,
all the way at the bottom. At this point, he's probably dead. But the thing about Sandstorm is, until they literally have that animation that says, "Yeah, this guy's actually dead now,"
until they explode, he's still going in.
GC Classic, new game though, new hope, new potential. Wrench with that Asuri, however, already getting hit with the 3-piece. Sandstorm's Lin Fei being dangerous so far.
And I like the swap up in the maps. Twilight Grove, a little bit bigger, a little bit more room to get caught by these things, and a little bit more play space to avoid these cannon startups.
I'm trying to think about what Wrench has to do to be able. Oh my lord, that recovery, not getting the KO on the Wrench.
Right, he touched. That's a burn dodge. Sandstorm just a little delayed on that one, but he's still getting this damage built up under Wrenched.
Indeed.
And it's great. He's playing guitars against Wrench. Like, Wrenched is known for guitars. Like, he's one of the best guitar players in the world, and Sandstorm is playing it and making it seem easy for him to play guitars against Wrench.
Wrench is pretty good at the guitar ditto. However, we have had cases of someone like Noel managed to actually best him out in a guitar ditto and even with a Asuri actually.
Okay.
So there is potential for it, even though Wrench is very familiar with it. Wrench though so far has done a really good job of getting back into the game a bit. We're looking way better on this Asuri pick. Very happy about it. Doesn't look like his Lucian was ready yet. Better even game, and no one's died yet. And as I say that, They have to die apparently. Sandstorm gets the first KO.
All right.
Goes in the cannon.
But Sandstorm
Highlight.
he's closer to that damage percentage where Wrench could even this up. This is looking a lot closer than that game 1 was. As long as Wrench doesn't get caught by a big 0 to death string, he should be all right. But he needs to find this finishing blow.
It's hard to harp onto NA players, but the dodges that they do against cannon is a bit weird. If you get hit by Sala, you should just dodge up almost in every single case. It's so hard to deal with that because you have to specifically go for that read, which doesn't cover like any other place. A lot of these issues would be fixed if they were to just dodge straight up and then jump out. However,
Well, I mean, there's very few cannon players in the North American scene, so they probably don't have that much matchup knowledge.
Very. Wrench has evened it up though. A bit slower game, more in pace, more methodical, more neutral heavy. Not as explosive as the first game that we saw.
Oh.
Wow. Wrench.
Half pipe.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah, getting these guitar loops.
Right, side light, down light. Sandstorm's got some of his own. Oh, almost gets the dash back side signature, but Wrench able to jump up and avoid it and gets the punish from below.
Yep. That's
that weapon
side hitter.
toss.
Recovery does
Oh,
not
he's
hit
chasing.
that. Sandstorm made his own. Neutral air. Using that neutral sig, man. Neutral sig on Lin Face cannon is pretty much just like a light attack. That move has close to no recovery frames. And down sig using that variation is very hard to actually punish because it pushes you back so far and the hitbox extends really long. Sandstorm gets that KO, showing off his movement after that on the platform with the dash backs and jumping with the dash forward. Sandstorm in the lead.
He's going to try to widen this gap, but he's again close to that knockout percent. Yep, down light ground pound from Wrenched immediately evens it up. This is a much closer game too. The swap to Asuri and the swap up in the maps really working out for Wrenched.
Wrench so far actually looking so much better in this game. Getting that neutral light into neutral.
And he chase dodged down off the dunk. Uh-oh, clash out. Ground pound. Wrenched is gone.
Wrench actually got clashed out. And then, you know what he did though? He did the right thing. He instantly dodges and then has a jump to touch. But the thing is, he doesn't instantly touch. He waited. I don't know why he waited. Because after that dodge, he could have literally just jump touched as fast as possible. That was the right dodge movement that he did. But he didn't try to touch. He waited him out in a position where Qatar's literally has one of the best ways of hitting you. Maybe that was a bit of a different read. Maybe it was a bit of jitter. It's hard to be in the player's mind at that moment. But he did have the right idea, and I respect him for that. Doesn't matter though, because Sandstorm clashes him out, beats him out in the Qatar Ditto off stage. Sandstorm up 2-0.
Yep. One game left for Sandstorm to earn that spot in the winners final. And here comes the cannon strings. Goes for the ground pound read, but Wrenched with the spot dodge means he's going to be outside of that ground pound.
Yep, weapon toss. Denies him that weapon, gets like the guitars. Going for these half pipes as well. Downlight recovery, getting hits after hits. Down sig.
Ooh, just barely avoids
so
that
close.
Spitfire. Yeah, the Lin Fei version of the Spitfire.
Yep.
Oh! Into the gravity cancel neutral signature. Not going to be a knockout, but Sandstorm's getting damage.
That is a lap option that very few actual Lin Fei players know. You can't jump if you don't have a dodge. Downlight into GC Sig is unavoidable. And it is a kill confirm on that character. It kills 110. Depending on map, of course.
Depending on yeah, did not kill here on Shipwreck, but still, Sandstorm showing that he knows quite a bit about this Lin Fei. Barely, the cannon bounced underneath and caught Wrench. It was an interesting interaction. Both of them in that knockout percent. Sandstorm looking for that recovery underneath, but ended up throwing out the nair. Avoided.
Sig doesn't hit. Wrench doing a great job. Although Sandstorm has been getting these hits and these guitar strings and these Lin Fei knowledgeable options, Wrench truly sticking to his guns, managing to find ways to try and even up the game. Both people still read first thought.
The side light not going to be a knockout option. Wrenched full on departs to the right side. Recovery from underneath, and Wrenched has the lead over Sandstorm. Sticking with the sword.
Wrench doing such a great job so far. Did a great job in the other game as well. Oh my, hits that recovery into GC side light. Really good option because it covers so much, and if you hit it, you can actually combo off it properly. But doesn't matter. Sandstorm falls down, hits him with sider, drinks up a bit, needs that charge.
Taste of victory, man.
Shout out to
Alright.
Mountain.
Qatar versus Qatar's wrenched with the gravity cancel neutralite in part of that string there. Oh, he avoids that.
Although-
Oh, again, Wrench is avoiding
Oh.
it. Starting to get out. He gets the ground pound. Sandstorm from above. Gonna reset and switch up to cannon. Didn't like that Qatar mirror match.
Ooh, that neutral stick. I love that attempt. If Sandstorm had gone up, it would have hit. But Sandstorm hit it clapping back with that 3-piece string. Wrench trying to jump out of it.
Yo!
This time does not try and jump out of it. He can actually fast fall out of it, but it's hard because you have to be really, really fast with it. Side does not hit.
I'm starting to see why he's going out of the strength stance with the Lin Fei. Having lower strength means that he can do those cannon strings in like a wider health gap.
Yep. That is actually true. Not sure how applicable it is at most scenarios, but it does work out in that way depending on some health.
Because like with Zol, you could get that downlight side air recovery once, and then they're
Yeah.
already out of the health range for that. Sandstorm was
Yep.
able to hit it twice. Now you're seeing Wrenched with the downlight recovery, able to take the stock advantage again, but it's such a precarious lead over Sandstorm. He is so incredibly damaged.
Downline there does not kill. That force coming in, and that shipwreck's high ceiling. Downline there again does manage to get the KO with that. Wrench, though, just like last game, did a great job. Honestly, had the winning lead until Sandstorm just gimped him off stage.
I don't think Wrenched is going to go that hard commitment off
Yes.
stage again. Like even if he hits the dunk, I think he's going to respect Sandstorm enough.
Out there. Wrench so far doing a great job finding damage. Falls down, goes straight into him with the downline. Sayer goes back, charges the side stick, hits him straight. Even though he did dodge, he held it perfectly, waited for it to end. Then actually hits, drinks up from it. Wrench takes game 3.
Game 3, Wrenched coming back into this one, not going out without a fight. Sandstorm getting to ban out maps now. He's going to leave Small Brawlhaven. Absolutely going to leave Small Brawlhaven.
Wow. That was pretty much how game 2 was supposed to go, but it didn't. The story of every that's how like every tournament I go into, I'm supposed to be winning it, but you know it just doesn't happen.
3, 2,
Alright. Well, we're going on into game 4. Wrenched versus Sandstorm. And no character swaps here on Twilight Grove. Wrenched over to the sword. And he's getting this damage. He's starting to figure out this matchup against Sandstorm. The longer these games go on, the more Wrench is able to figure out what he needs to do against Sandstorm.
So far, doing a great job, and I have to commend Wrench on how he's keeping his composure on this. They didn't care much about the first game's 3 stock. Second game swaps to a Surrey, resets his mental, and then he does lose that game, but still for the third game, doesn't care. Still is the I don't know, this Wrench that like kind of meditates through the match to find his victories. I love seeing this Wrench, and so far, game 4, going his course. Sandstorm slightly in the lead, getting these hits.
Oh, the nair. The nairs. Wrench just so high in the sky. Those nairs blasting from below, but Wrench able to avoid it and land back down. Still not able to pick up a weapon. Sandstorm really trying to deny it.
Both players playing this neutral. Sandstorm trying to go for that side stick. It's interesting that he's going for that. I know a player like Noel would try and spot dodge it, and he would actually get hit by it because it is not a spot dodgeable signature. So I'm wondering if that's what he's expecting from Wrench, but Wrench is just jumping out of it.
I was gonna say Wrench he's really aware of just don't spot dodge it. He's been able to get punishes on top of that side signature. Oh, trying to catch him off that bounce. Oh, the dragon bites him on the corner. Sandstorm takes the first stock.
Man, that sound effect was juicy. Did you hear that? It was like a actual bite, like with a chomp. Shout out to
He
BFD, man.
got a huge bite out of Wrench. Wrench burns a lot there, but Sandstorm not challenging him off stage instead. Knows that he can just win out if he plays this neutral game, but
that
the recovery
recovery.
from below.
Even with the 5 defense side, just managed to actually find the KO on that. Wrench,
Well, it was off that top
close to
platform.
equal. You'd be surprised Sword actually managed to not kill in scenarios you would always wanted to kill.
Downlight down air.
I mean, yeah.
Downlight down air. Oh, doesn't get the down air that time. Sandstorm, an uncharacteristic
Oh.
drop, but the dash jump ground pound. Putting a little fear onto Wrenched. Off stage attempt, but he avoids that side air.
Sandstorm taking the lead so far, running away with it. Wrench going for that GC neutral light. Interesting option.
Yeah, I don't know what that, because he had him so high in the
Dodge
sky.
that.
I'm surprised he wouldn't have gone for like a knockout, like a gravity cancel neutral heavy. Downlight into the recovery, and Sandstorm with an even wider lead than he had on the first stock.
2-1 so far. This is the only match Sandstorm has to win, and Sandstorm is in the great and comfortable lead. Not like game 2 or game 3, where he was not actually in the lead for most part of the game. But Wrench has done comebacks before, and sidelight side air. Could you have jumped out of that? That looked like it actually was a proper string. Sandstorm knows guitars already.
Punish, dunk,
That's
and
gonna
he's
kill.
done for.
In orange.
And
That is
he keeps getting
that's literally
punished for
Red's
that.
ticket. That is actually straight up Red's ticket to being able to take this game 4.
He's right back into this off that punish from below. There's the weapon spawn. Sandstorm has the cannon.
Neutral air. Oh my!
Catches
What
the
is
dodge.
that?
The gravity
GC
cancel
neutral to
neutral
catch
light.
it.
So many active frames on that. Uh oh.
Grab pound. Sandstorm tossing out so many moves, and you just never know which one is going to be. Starlight. Guess the strings. Guess the loops. As we always see, we love seeing guitar players just play neutral. Hits that starlight. Goes for the true combo with the downlight. Wow. What was that? Neutral air
Clash
decider?
out. Oh,
Grab pound.
commits.
This is
The
like the
nair.
other one.
He touched.
Down there.
Oh,
doesn't
just
hit.
misses the
Nair,
down
twice
air.
again. Both
Wrench
players trying to
comes
mirror
back up.
each other off stage. This is so scary.
Oh, and now Sandstorm is unarmed. Wrench going off stage. Saw the writing on the wall. The weapon toss catches him on that right side island. The side air. Wrench takes it to game 5.
Dude, Wrench playing out of his mind with that. Actually gets the KO that he had to with that GC neutral stick on the second stock. Kills him at orange. Goes for string after string. 3 and 4 pieces. Not too much, but in these weird fashions. He did a neutral air into, I think it was Chase Dodge there. Falls down. Great movement. Neutral air. Tosses a weapon at him. And then falls down again. Side there. Gets the KO. What is Wrench doing?
Yo, all of that comes off of that dunk on the second stock. If he didn't get that dunk, he would have been playing from so far behind. It's kind of like you were talking about, where Wrench has just been able to maintain his composure so incredibly well. And like you have to commend that. Like, even if you're not a Wrench fan, you have to respect the fact that he got 3 stocked game 1 and has been able to maintain his composure and take this to game 5.
Sandstorm is a player who usually doesn't drop many games. Maybe it's the Linfei, maybe it's this pick not being his absolute strongest. There's a lot of factors, but all we know is not a lot of players will keep their composure after getting 3 stock in the first match. And Wrench is doing just that, doing a great job trying to find this victory against Sandstorm. Will he be the person to actually beat Sandstorm out in the winner's bracket without him having issues? But so far, Sandstorm, clean strings, downlight there, neutral light.
Right there again from Sandstorm, catches him on the island with the recovery, almost hits him in the face with a big cannon toss. So much damage has been put out onto Wrenched.
But as we know, guitar matchups are volatile. It can swing in anyone's favor in any moment.
Wrenched.
As you saw with that.
This off stage. The
Oh,
weapon,
the weapon toss. Oh my lord. He actually hit him with a frame trap there with the weapon toss, forced him to move around it in a specific way, and then goes for a down stick. Didn't hit it though, but very close. Great avoidance from Wrench, honestly.
And he's evening up this damage. Oh, Sandstorm just barely falling below the recovery. Hits a recovery of his own.
That 2-force.
Yeah.
Ground pound. Oh, that ground pound though. Man, Sandstorm using it almost like you would with Scythe ground pound, where you just like toss it over the edge.
Really quick, and you don't expect it because he just stands there for a really long time before doing it.
Only thing about that one is you can't miss this one because you'll be gone. His Thunder's lad knows this hit stacked, tries to go for the Sair.
Oh, trying to catch him off that wall again. Sandstorm, this is why he's leaving this map on the board, is because he knows that if he can trap him on this right side with that wall, he can extend his strings so effectively.
Ooh, down right there, neutral light, goes for the down stick. If he had dodged diagonally down, that would have been the doom of him. And I actually think that was the read. I would have actually dodged that way. I play a game called Put Yourself in the Position of the 2 players that are playing, and I got hit by that.
You got hit. Recoveries from Sandstorm. Wrench is getting hit now. Downlight.
Sandstorm, downlight.
Again.
Good read, downlight recovery. Does not kill. 2-force coming in clutch there. For Wrench, that is.
The Wrench just barely above that neutral light, but he is bleeding out here on the second
Side
stock. The side air off the main stage, finally finishing that first stock.
Nice. This
Gonna
is
let them
what
deny.
Wrench needs. We saw Wrench do a comeback in the last game. It wouldn't surprise me for him to be able to do it in this game either. Guitars are volatile. They can swing in anyone's favor. What is that?
The strings coming out from Wrenched. He is really mixing up his follow-ups too.
So, interesting thing about Linfei's neutral signature is that... Oh,
Ah!
down there. Oof, gets the KO. Interesting thing about Linfei's signature with guitars is that the neutral stick has a lot of active frames, but if it ends, it has close to no recovery frames, so you can act out of it almost instantaneously. Sandstorm tosses it out very early on purpose. When it tries to go for the punish, does not get it, and that is one of the few things that happens when you don't know the matchup too well. Wrench, though, getting for these strings, almost getting the same comeback that he did last time. This was the position that we saw.
He's not taking too much damage on this final stock. This is potential for Wrenched. Needs to finish the
Emotions
stock
are
up
running
with Sandstorm
high.
soon, though. Goes for that dunk. He wants the dunk to finish because it'll kill a little bit quicker. Sandstorm's opening up with these downlights, though. And these downlights, they're so scary because you can set up into so many more things if you miss your dodge. The down signature connects. This is close.
This is what we saw.
Guitars versus guitars. Wrench has shown that he can have the advantage in this.
This is so intense, I can barely speak.
Hold
My
on.
mouth is drying up.
The weapon toss. There's the spawn. Wrench's gonna deny it. He knows Sandstorm really wants the cannon. There's the cannon. Wrench chasing him. Sidelight goes
Any
for
hit
a
matters.
nair, juggling.
Nair, downlight, another nair. Any hit is amplified at this point. Any hit can matter. Any hit can be the starting string for the end.
Oh, the nair, the recovery from
recovery.
Sandstorm. Starting to get
Not
real
good yet.
scary here. Both of them getting so much closer to that knockout percent. Barely avoids the dunk.
Oh,
Oh, Wrenched.
great
With the chase
avoidance.
touchdown.
Down sick.
Ooh, the fake out.
Sandstorm spooking him.
Again with the side signature.
Both players, so intense. So intense. Any hit.
Slight lead for Wrenched. A little bit closer to knockout percent. The Sayers.
Will he go
Can
for
he get the
recovery?
recovery?
Doesn't get it. Will this be the
But he
end?
avoids the downlight. Sandstorm's now unarmed. On this left side,
Move
off
it, get
stage.
it. Sider goes
Cannon.
unarmed.
There's a
Both,
sword.
both players have a weapon now.
Downlight
Oh,
recovery.
downlight recovery.
Wrench takes
That is
down
going to
Sandstorm. Game 5. The composure from Wrenched is enough. He beats out Sandstorm and will go into the winners final.
Oh my. Once again, Duke, you were right about it. Linfei didn't get the kill options that he needed, and all Wrench had to do, keep his composure, hit the GC downline recovery, and gets the KO. Imagine getting 3 stock in the first match, losing the second match even though you were in the lead, to do a close to reverse 3-0? I mean, it was a reverse 3-0. What?
That, I mean,
Wrench.
that's just you have to respect Wrenched on that one. Like it, I know that at BCX 2018 that was a running bit between Sparky and I, where like you'd say all the letters and one of them was respect Wrenched, R was the respect or whatever it was. But like legitimately, the ability to stay composed on that, to go from getting 3 stock, to go from throwing game 2 to winning 3 in a row against the #1 player in the world, the world champion in 1v1s, like you have to respect Wrenched in that regard. Coming up next, though, Boomy and Ethan, who is it going to be to fight Wrenched in the winners final?
This match is going to be probably just as high stakes and intense as the other match. Boomy is a player that does not want to lose to these newer players, these players that are coming out of nowhere, that are trying to show themselves, because Boomy wants to keep establishing himself as one of the best players for the longest running streaks. So with Sandstorm being tossed into the loser bracket, Boomy can probably taste gold even further, because that is one of the few players that truly messes him up. I'm interested to see, because they're playing 2 characters that I am not expecting them to be playing right now.
I can kind of see the Asuri coming out from Ethan. He's had the Hattori for a little while, and I want to say he's been playing Katars more as of late, but his Mordex was looking really strong. On the other side, Boomy, he's known for his Diana, so Blasters, not too surprising. This is a little bit of an older pick. This is one that he did before he settled onto the Diana, when he really wanted to play these Blasters characters.
And Boomy has said that he is not that big of a fan of Diana lately. Even though he does do a great job, he has been trying to find a new pick. And maybe going back to Lucian is the pick for it. However, Ethan also showing up with the Asuri, though. I have never seen Ethan play guitars.
Well, he's clearly got a set as he's getting this damage onto Boomy, and Boomy was playing his comfort weapon of those Blasters. Now he's over to the Katars. We're seeing a lot of Katars here in the North American winner side of top 8.
Indeed, we saw Ishigo for the Katars, we had Wilson with the Katars, we now have Boomy with the Katars, we have Ethan with the Katars, we have Wrench with the Katars, and we have Sandstorm with the Katars.
Everyone's played Katars today.
Besides the Penguin.
Oh yeah, except for the Penguin.
Yep. However, this match, so far, Ethan in the lead. Waiting him out, I like that. Keeping the patience, doesn't rush into anything. Boomy tries to get that satellite to fall down, recovery read.
Ooh, that recovery not going to be a knockout. Lucian, another one of those low strength characters, so has to get a little bit more damage onto Ethan before he can go for that knockout.
Ethan not being able to punish this, man. Ooh. Boomy not getting the kill on that either. Oh, was that a weapon toss jump sider?
Yep, weapon toss into the pickup jump side air from Boomy will get the knockout onto Ethan. Juggling weapons. What's he going to settle on? It's the Katars.
And I do agree with that. You can truly rack up so much safe damage with Katars compared to what you would with guns. Especially against a kit like Unarmed, you have so much more priority. New slide recovery, waits up, goes back, we'll see.
Just gonna resetting back to the main stage. Once that stage control, Ethan walks forward into the downlight side air. Has him on this corner.
Patient neutral from both players. Ethan with that neutral light, will we see a dash neutral or okay.
He's just straight up playing the neutral against Boomy. He's not even challenging this corner. Like you'll see some players like they'll kind of throw some neutral lights right on the edge, they'll throw some down lights right, just put pressure there. But Ethan really backing up, wants Boomy to come onto the stage, and then he'll punish him for touching back down.
Ethan goes in and dodges back, knowing he should not be doing that. Gets the punish. Both players on this second stop. Both players so equal. Nice kill confirm with that. Downlight into jump GC into sig. Sometimes you don't see it from players, sometimes you do. And the few moments you do, it truly makes the difference.
It's like Boomy's one of the ones who really consistently does it, but you're starting to see more and more people bring it out, recognize that it is a little bit quicker of a knockout option. Side air, Boomy. Able to finish it off. And I'm glad he chase dodged up because I was not confident he had enough movement to get back off that.
See, it's interesting that I mentioned the thing about Unarmed, and it's that there was a period where everyone started doing it again, but then everyone just stopped doing it again. It was just weird. But like Boomy was the only person who just kept going with it, though. And now it's once again people are going back to it again. Weird. Sometimes that is meta. Nujasig tries to get that, doesn't get the hit on it though. Doesn't matter. Downsig, I love the way he does that. He doesn't actually go off the stage with it, which allows him to kind of like do it the same way Qatar Downsig or Ragnirock would, but even with these quick 3 pieces.
Side air from Boomy sends Ethan flying. The side signature thrown out. Both of them in knockout percent. Who is going to take game 1, have that momentum, have that map advantage? Neutral light. It's the burn dodge with Boomy. Not able to get the punish.
Oh! That last Nair.
Jumps.
Boomy has options. Jump.
Oh, the Nair sends him up.
Yep.
That's going to be a save. Boomy! Dash too far forward.
Ethan getting that pivotal moment, getting that first victory in this best of 5 set. That is really, really important. I mentioned why before, and it has to do with map picks. It allows you in an elongated 2-2 set to get that last choice of your map. However, many things can happen, and we have seen it before, especially with Sandstorm just losing to Wrench, even though he did win the first game and second game.
All right, Boomy getting knocked out of game 1. Ethan just needs 2 more, and he will be going into the winner's final with this Asuri pick. What's the map pick going to be? Small Mammoth. Might be just the map pick for the rest of this set.
Oh, I love this match. This match, for me, as someone that knows these two, I know it's a bit emotionally loaded. Ethan really wants to beat Boomy to be able to be like, ha, I beat you. And on the other hand, Boomy just does not want to lose to someone like Ethan.
Yeah, I really feel like Ethan, as of late, is really trying to prove himself again. I think he kind of was hurt mentally, and then he's been playing so well as of late. He's been feeling so much more confident. Oh, the return in damage from Boomy, though. Got him back up, but he's still playing this off stage.
These guitar mirrors, they are so hard to commentate, but it's because it's always just clapping back. One person gets a string, you want to follow his narrative, but then it just ends up not being his story anymore because now the other person hits him back.
Yeah, this pendulum is basically like that thing in the grandfather clock that keeps ticking back and forth. Like, it is not a smooth and swift pendulum. Oh, the neutral signature bounces him off the stage. That's going to extend the stock for Boomy.
Hits him with the back end of it, and as Boomy just got up, which actually sends him to the stage. Side there, barely missing sidelight. I mean, down last air, tossing him out again. Waits. Oh, barely missing that again.
He's gonna touch. Yes, the chase dodge helping him out. That's such scary positioning on both sides. Oh, the clash out. Boomy's done for.
Yep. That was very, very nice of Ethan. So he goes down there, then retreats, and then falls down there. Clashes out with Boomy because Boomy was forced to use the option. Boomy, this is risky. Nair. Nair. Oh, Boomy did not go up Nair. Fall down, and then down there.
Oh, he touched. Boomy's still playing this unarmed, and it's just giving Ethan these nairs, just adding up this damage.
It's a bit weird seeing that. Most guitar players would hit you with like a nair once, and a nair another time, and then go for the down there, because if you don't have a dodge, you just have to hit it. You just literally have to place it, and that will send them far enough into the void for them to not be able to touch. However, Ethan going with the classic old guitar style, where you just nair them till they die.
Falling nairs again from Ethan.
Ethan, though, got this lead with just nairing over and over and over again. Death by 1,000 cuts.
I'm gonna need someone to take that entire second stock of Boomy and then just give me a nair counter for Ethan. Like that, there's so many nairs from Ethan. Side signature from Boomy finishes off the first stock, but he is more than a full stock behind.
Man, Ethan doing such a great job. But these are the moments where Boomy just tricks his opponent into some silly decision and then gets the KO on them and then resets it. But Boomy,
he's just standing still.
Oh, Ethan does not care. Oh, that didn't kill. Sword, by the way. Down stage. Oh, he tried to dodge it. No.
He like tried to play the mental game and then do that last second spot dodge to avoid the signature, but Ethan charged it just enough longer. I don't know what happened to Boomy there. Like, he just straight up took his hands off the keyboard and just said, "Jesus, take the wheel." Like, that was just Ethan dominating at that point.
Yep. I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't think there's nothing too much special to say. I think Boomy just wanted to go to the next game. That's literally what it looked like to me.
All right.
Once again, I know there is this mental thing for a lot of players for these best of 5 tournaments online, and it's just that they use it as, once again, practice leading up to like actual LAN tournaments. So they don't try and go too deep into it to not hurt themselves.
All right, that's fair. I mean, Dallas is right around the corner, and this is a great opportunity to get that kind of tournament practice with a newer pick that maybe you're thinking of busting out for Dallas.
No excuse to not be trying your hardest, because that is what these players are doing. However, sidelight, downlight. Oh, and once again, the narrative. You follow one person, but it ends up not being their story anymore.
And again, yeah, these wake up nairs just completely reversing the damage off stage. Side air connects the force. Oh, nice falling nair, and Boomy gets the reversal.
That is interesting because his side air actually dropped the force onto the wall. There are these wall mechanics sometimes, and in certain instances where if you hit someone, the force plummets like 50% off of the wall. It happens with bow. You can see it a lot of times. If someone's orange, you hit them with a stair, and they literally just cling to the wall. That's what happened with that side there. So he didn't fall far enough down. So he got that nair, but it doesn't matter because Boomy getting so much damage. Actual gun strings.
Nice jump dare. Boomy's blasters starting to go off. These are the Boomy's blasters that I was expecting coming out from this Lucian pick. Ethan finding some response damage though. Nair almost picks up the recovery. An uncharacteristic drop for Boomy, but he still has so much damage onto Ethan now.
One more of those will be the end of him, and he almost gets that read on it. Recovery. Oh,
he didn't,
nothing.
He didn't dare or Sare. He could have gotten closer. I don't know if he would have touched, but he definitely would have had more of a fight if he tried.
I actually think he would have touched. You're 100% right about that. Because he had the vertical distance, so you trade up the vertical distance for horizontal reach when you're that far up with using something like there. Yeah. But gets the kill. 2-1. Boomy is in the lead. Nuclear downlight. Oh, I love that. Nuclear downlight again.
Falling there into the downlights from Ethan.
Oh, getting these strings. Boomy trying to reverse it on him. Nuclear downlight. Man, is that true?
He's making it look true with how consistently he is hitting that. Downlight goes for an air follow-up. He's hitting so many Qatar strings now onto Boomy. And now that Boomy's got the blasters, he can't go for that wake-up Nair, which has been able to reverse so many positions. Oh, he missed the Sare. Yep.
Okay.
He needed that Sare to chase dodge up. And Ethan, great job avoiding it, dodging through it.
Definitely did, but I don't know why Ethan almost gave him the chance for it as well.
Yeah.
The way he nared that, Boomy fell really well. Barely misses his own hit though. Ethan actually equaled it. This is close to just a 10 damage differential at this point. And now it doesn't matter. They are equal.
Yo, Ethan is one stock away from 3-0ing Boomy, going into the winners finals to fight Wrenched.
Yep, with this weird Suri pick, dude. However, Boomy clinging back.
Went for the big read, expecting Ethan to panic jump on the approach.
Whenever you see Boomy jumping up there, all the way up there, he actually wants you to go up for a recovery so he can reverse you. When he slows it down a bit and then just one single jump.
Ooh, that's not gonna be a knockout. Recovery!
Recovery! Not gonna be enough. Another, not gonna be enough.
It's so close!
And he hit. Ethan just needs one more game and that is it. Boomy needs to win 3 more. He can't lose this one.
Whoa.
He's try to get the downlight for the GC NC for the KO.
Recovery?
Doesn't matter. Dead. Boomy taunts him as well.
He's
we have a proper set.
You know what was super scary is the way they were doing that the kind of like left right where you kind of just dancing at a position next to each other. In that position, I think it was almost perfect range for a Qatar down signature, and I was half expecting the Boomy to just burst out with that and just try to catch Ethan while he was dancing.
Dude, I was expecting some weird thing to just come out, and it did. Boomy goes for a side stick. Ethan tries to go for the punish that he believes would kill him the best, and it is to hit him with a downlight, but he actually doesn't fall far enough down after that side stick.
Yeah,
he kind of floats. So he didn't get that connection. Had he just gone under neutral state, had he gone under side stick, because
or even just like dash in side heavy.
Yeah,
probably
definitely would have hit, but I can see why he did what he did in that scenario.
That's I mean that's the consistent knockout option for unarmed.
Yeah.
It's like you start off with the downlight and go into your gravity cancel neutral heavy recovery. I 100% don't blame him, but that's just like matchup knowledge.
And this is interesting. Will this swing into Boomy's favor? Will Boomy just now take the next 2 matches after that super close game 3?
Are we gonna see another reverse 3-0?
Yo, there's been too many Qatars and too many reverse 3-0s at this point that I have no idea what's happening anymore.
Same map picks, same character picks. Boomy sticking with these Qatars as they were the first weapon he picked up. Ethan's got a Qatars of his own though.
Ethan. Neutral. It's very typical of Qatar players to do what... Oh my lord. Oh, there's a swing. One hits someone there, the other hits him backward in there.
Just the Nair wars. Boomy really patient on that corner there.
Ooh, the backdash. Doesn't get the satellite though. Barely goes past him. Satellite downlight, gets it 2 beats, and then waits, try and get a read. Satellite, another satellite. Another satellite. Taps him back with his own satellite. See, that Qatar buff truly changed Qatars in a way that no one could have actually expected that much. And as they gave satellite dash range a lot more range when you use a dash and then satellite. It covers, it's like one of the longest reaching moves in the game now. It's on par with bow, by the way.
Okay.
Bow down like that is.
Yeah.
So any move cannot go unpunished pretty much when you have a Qatar in your hand. And that's why it's so amazing for Qatar players to just go in and then out, because they can punish you from anywhere. they don't actually have to go too close. They just want to bait you out. Anyways, both players looking for the KO options here.
Ooh, he goes for the downlight. Ethan able to jump over it. Both of them, yeah, like you're saying, close to that knockout percent. Either of them can get it. Downlight recovery, and Ethan takes the first stock. And I like this. Ethan, he's really playing the Qatar game, but he has the sword for that consistency. That's kind of his comfort weapon. This is what you see from a lot of Asuri mains out there. Is just they're like, I like Qatars, but I also like having the comfort of the sword.
Satellite, downlight. Goes for a reset. It is the story of Qatar players. You get the satellite, you get it with the downlight afterwards, which is true, and then just try your best to find the dodge and get a recovery on it. Boomy challenging him with alarmed off stage horizontally. It's not like it was a vertical advantage or anything like that. It was just straight horizontal and just ducks under his serve and finds the recovery. That was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's very clean positioning from Boomy. He is on this Lucian very high movement speed character, so it is a little bit easier to do those kinds of things, and it's one of the reasons why people play this Lucian. His positioning.
But so is Asuri. Ooh, both players being patient, and it's like a synchronized dance.
Right, there's the neutral light.
So he had the proper had the proper spacing of it. And then he tried to go for it, goes for recovery, got by the clashes.
The second one. Uh-oh, now Ethan's stuck on this corner, avoids the side air.
And Boomy just finding damage, recovery does not kill. That is the Qatar demise.
Downlight recovery on sword, not gonna do it.
That is the sword demise.
His defense on this Lucian just too much. The neutral light has him off stage, throws upward, trying to catch Boomy. Boomy able to get back. He is going to extend this stock.
Yep. Oh, even trying to get that grounded recovery where you just jump up, fall down, and hit the grounded angle of it. Something you'll see someone like Noel do a lot. That's when he was saying, "Oh, Boomy!" Dead? Yep. Wow. Killed him at orange, dude.
He caught him. They were dashing away, and the down signature from Boomy chasing forward sends Ethan off stage, and he misses the recovery. Ethan had so many opportunities, so close to finishing this stock of Boomy. Neutral light will do it.
That is killing him. Wow, Boomy did so well with the stock and managed to get the KO early on, earlier than what you would expect. Hit him at just as he was about to enter red. Actually, it wasn't orange.
And now we're at even stocks, both of them, with their comfort weapons.
Ethan just needs one more though, and Boomy needs two. That might help him out in this mental battle. Recovery. Neutral waits. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh, both players, man, they're just putzing back and forth, walking back, and then sidelights. It's like I'm watching two fencers try and play.
Oh, Boomy. Yeah, he's going to disengage on that one, not trying to challenge those Qatars. Knows he's at the back end of this one, taking so much damage to recovery. Ethan, not even close to knockout percent. This is a huge advantage for Ethan. Downlight again goes for the recovery.
Yep, but it waits a bit, falls down with it, and tries to get a dodge. Doesn't get it. Got the weapon. Boomy's unarmed. Boomy just tossing on theirs.
Just trying to keep Ethan at bay. Oh, goes off stage.
Waiting.
He's just close enough that if Boomy messes up on this approach to the stage, he'll get caught by a downlight.
Oh, was also wall slipping. Had his second exclamation point. Downlight recovery. That is it. Ethan goes on to winners finals to fight against Wrenched. Asuri versus Asuri potentially. What is the storyline?
Ethan had to put out 713 damage though to get these stocks. So Boomy really extended those. But yeah, surprisingly enough, Ethan going into the winners finals, Sandstorm and Boomy both on the lower bracket now. Huh.
That's I have so much I want to say about it. It's just hard because a lot of it is just assumptions, and it's just not fun making assumptions. It's a bit weird because Ethan's Asuri is not something I've ever seen. I don't think he has practiced it that much because although he did get his two-string pieces with guitars that he did, he didn't get more of the more knowledgeable guitar strings where like if you hit someone with nair once or twice, you want to go for a down there instead of another nair. Okay. Which makes me think that he doesn't 100% know how to play guitars yet. So I do find it uncharacteristic of Boomy to actually manage to lose out this match. Maybe Boomy didn't play up to what he should have played, but at the same time, even his neutral and honestly just movement in general pretty much took it.
Yeah, I mean, Boomy really did not have the momentum that you would have expected from Boomy's blasters. I mean, like he still had that comfort weapon. Either way, Ethan's going to continue on, and Boomy will go down to the lower bracket. On the other side of the lower bracket, Sandstorm versus STTV Wilson coming up next. Sandstorm switching it up, no longer on the Lin Fei. He's going to be over to this Thor.
That is my character, huh? Interesting. I mean, we have seen Sandstorm pick Fate in the past, right? And he had some orb strings that no other players have seen because he actually used weapon throws to continue the strings. So he does have the orb experience. I have never seen Sandstorm play Hammer, so I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with that. However, Thor is an incredible pick. Honestly, he has so many good signatures, and is just a tank. So when you're playing as a character like Queen Nai, you're fighting a tank with another tank, except you have
tank wars.
Weird. Yeah, it's tank wars. Tank wars pretty much. But we know how Wilson is, and he does know his pieces. He put him in orange off with it.
Downlight into the recover or into the gravity cancel neutral signature.
Yep.
Throwing out some
Like
snakes now.
30 plus damage with that signature hit.
Jeez. Oh, off stage.
Down stage.
So I'm really patient, not going for that recovery.
Yep, sidelight, downlight, try and get the follow-up with that, does not get it. The only way you get that off stage is if they're actually up, so when you hit them with the sidelight, ooh, that weapon toss interesting down there. Grab pound, does not hit.
Just below it.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was real close with that. Down signature now.
Yep, using the signatures to his favor. Downlight.
Just denying weapon, side signature, second swing connects onto Wilson.
So many signatures off of Sandstorm.
He's still getting back onto the stage though.
What? Did he dash back jump there? Interesting.
Yeah. And he's just playing like Wheel of Weapons right now. You'll see Sandstorm get a hit or two, send Wilson off, and then switch up the weapons, just keeping Wilson on his toes.
However, both people equal. Completely equal. Tank War is not looking too much like Tank War because they are actually dying early enough. Both characters does have a decent amount of force as well, so they do hit like a truck.
It's also small Brawlhalla, one of the
True.
smaller maps, so you'll see stocks get taken relatively quickly. Ooh, good movement from Wilson to avoid that down signature and get a punish onto it.
I like what Sandstorm is doing. So one thing a lot of Hammer players mess up on is that they'll try and do a falling Sair as an approach option, but you're always better off falling, hit the ground downlight instead. And that's what we see Sandstorm do. Goes in, goes back, falls down, and then stomps. However, Wilson getting his own strengths.
Oh, both of them charge forward with the side signature.
Oh.
Oh! That was Sandstorm thinking. That's Sandstorm not knowing the character well enough. Like, he saw the punish, but he was like, wait, how do I do the neutral signature again?
Oh my! Silent Sair does not get the KO. It's not close enough to have that kill yet.
Avoids the
although
neutral
both people
signature.
are red.
Not gonna be a
Single hits are
knockout.
not enough. Siders.
Oh!
Downsig barely bites him. You just like tickle them, I guess, with that. Honestly.
Yeah, but that's a venomous snake there, man. That's a killer snake.
Doesn't snakes have to actually bite you?
Yeah, it bit his face.
It looked like it booped him with a nose, but it doesn't matter because Sandstorm gets the downlight Sair, low cap fashion, and actually equalize the stock again. Wow, they are perfect stocks once again.
This is very close between the two of them. Weapon toss, interrupting Sandstorm on that Nair approach. Downlight side air from Wilson sends Sandstorm off. Starting to get more momentum onto him. Punishes the spot dodge. Downlight into the neutral signature.
One more signature of a side sig or a new sig will probably be enough. But Sandstorm find that downlight Sair, goes for another Sair. Sair again, falls down. Sair again, doesn't get that. Wilson trying to get any hit he can. Side air, not enough. One more hit. One more hit.
More Sairs. Oh, ground pound. Oh, hits the stage.
I saw Pool about to fall down with that. Stomp, neutralite.
Stomp,
stomp Sair. What? He literally looked him straight in the eye and said, "You see that? That mark right there? Please land. I got you there."
Right.
Hits him with the stomp. Instantly hits him with the sider. Wow.
All right.
That is the
Look at the swap.
I have no words, dude.
Do you see the swap? Do you see the swap on both sides? Wilson switching it up to the Lin Fei. Sandstorm over to the Wu Shang.
That was quite interesting. Sandstorm actually stole that game, though. Wilson had the very, very, very big lead. All he needed was one more strong hit to connect, like a downline slider or some sort of signature, but he did not find it while Sandstorm was sneaking in hits slowly, left and right.
Yeah, his hammer play was really getting some big swings. But now we're seeing Wilson now on this Lin Fei. What has he got with the cannon? We know he's got guitar plays, but I'm curious what he's going to be able to bust out with this cannon.
I was about to commentate saying I wonder what Sandstorm's going to do on this Lin Fei now. Until I completely realized that is not the case.
Nope.
Also, that is a beautiful pink frog.
Shout out to Rana Wushang.
Dude, that spear is so bright. I actually can't.
I know it's hard to see it with the clouds behind it. Maybe that's the meta, man.
Oh, downline GC,
spear.
downline Nair, looking like old spear right there.
Oh, jumps over the downlight, hits the pogo.
Sorry.
Sandstorm's spear game now putting out damage onto Wilson. Has him in that knockout percent. Could get it. Side signature, protects himself with a neutral light again. These side signatures and then protect with the neutral light.
Yep. Cannon does not have a fast enough option to actually get in like that unless they dash them down there early enough. But I don't think Wilson knows about that whatsoever because that is, you have to play the actual character a lot. I don't think he plays Lin Fei that much. He probably does play it to a certain extent, however.
And if he
Sandstorm
does, he
has
probably
first
plays the
KO.
guitars more.
Yep, very true.
All right.
Dude,
He's trying to go for these
gauntlets.
weapon toss setups. He's gone for that a couple times. Sandstorm able to punish them.
I need to turn down the brightness on my screen because I can't even see the gauntlets either. Like, why are they glowing? White as well. Wilson, though, trying to equalize the stock as early as possible. That down save with the clapback side hitter from the back.
Ooh, recovery, but Sandstorm just above it. Oh,
Oh,
active
what?
frames. So much in that fire. Sandstorm
funny
gets
'cause
taken.
Sandstorm actually fell to the side of it and he still got hit.
Yeah.
No, would have thought that he knows the hip-hop song.
Considering he played. Oh, well, double down lights coming out from Wilson. Stocks have been evened up. Dashing on stage. Down light,
nice
double
air.
down light into the side air.
Getting as much miles as he can off of these hits. Wow.
Done.
Just drags him with that. Puts him in, channels the force, and is like, whew,
Monk fist.
breathes him out. Breathes him out.
Goes in. Sidelight into neutral air from Sandstorm. Catches a lot of dodges there.
Dude, Sandstorm's finding so many hits out of just thin air. Wilson trying to get these guitar loops for a kill.
Not going to fall for that twice.
Nope.
Nair into recovery.
Yep.
Down light,
there.
down air.
Down sig. Had he not pushed Wilson off stage that down there, I think that might have potentially landed. Side sig, that's gonna be it. Sandstorm takes the second game with this Rano Wushang pick. Not to mention Wilson swapping off to Lin Fei, which just makes no sense whatsoever. But this,
So Wilson's just playing the Sandstorm characters right now. He's switching over to the Mordex now, and Sandstorm is onto the Fate.
picking like halfway secondaries or tertiaries. I don't, dude, this guy has way too many characters at this point. It's funny because we always do see Sandstorm as a player who sticks to like one or two legends, but he does truly experiment with a lot of different characters at all times.
Yeah,
just
he has
trying to
like
find
the
what's
Mordex for
strong.
majors, but then he'll bust out other characters in tournaments like these
Yeah.
ones, these Mayhem of Ragnarocks and whatnots.
Oh, is he trying to kill him off the top?
I think he was.
He was,
He
like,
was
"I
pretty
have
close to
something
it
here."
too.
So it is one thing that's interesting to mention about Sandstorm though is that his legend picks always have a character that does have long strings if he gets a dodge read.
I mean, that's one of his greatest strengths as a player is he's able to get these huge strings. Nice.
Ooh.
The side air from Wilson from behind will get that stock, give him that advantage. And there's been so many moments where Sandstorm was getting these big strings, right? Like he had the Sayers and Nairs, but Wilson was still able to clap back, keep that damage even, and we are even into these second stocks.
So far, they keep having the same story, which is like they keep hitting each other. Oh, that man decider confirmed. That is so clean. Oh my
There's
lord!
so many
hello.
orb sounds. This is just a one-man orb machine.
You know, it's like musical notes, or like every hit is different, but it's like slightly making an orchestrated piece. That neutral light bait into a down stick. Okay, I see you. Oh, okay. He's showing it.
Yeah.
It's like he's drawing the cosmos and
Oh
he's
my
still
gosh.
showing it. I thought people said that signature was punishable. Now everyone swapped off of Faith, thinking like, oh, this character can't use down sig against baits, but Sandstorm apparently is. And he down sig into neutral sig. Hello.
Sandstorm,
I thought that wasn't possible.
This
Huh?
this
I thought-
legitimately looks like Sandstorm just playing with his food right now. He's just doing so many things right that are working against Wilson, and Wilson has not been able to find any sort of response now.
Dude, Sandstorm's really fast at converting off of the orb strings though. He's getting nairs into Sairs instantaneously. He's getting down lanes into nair into Sair so fast. Oh, downland nair once again. Tries to go for the Sair, but doesn't get the jump Sair input on it. It's so fast. It's really hard to actually combo properly with orbs sometimes. However, Wilson does have a potential in this. Just needs to KO on this and then get whatever strings he can for the next stock.
Oh, okay, recovery from below. Wilson's close to getting this knockout. That's a burn dodge from Sandstorm, and that weapon toss will disarm him.
Yep. Sandstorm down there. Tries to go for the Sair as he's falling, but Wilson goes around it.
No!
GC side sig.
The stars come over the corner, had the line of sight.
Yeah. Truly showed him stars both as a concussion and in front of him visually.
The neutral light to
Sassy
cover
neutral
himself.
light.
All right,
Covered
clap
high.
down. He's finished the stock. Ground pound connects.
Ooh.
Yes, Wilson evens up these final stocks, but he's so far behind. He has to.
It
play
is
this
possible.
perfectly.
2 to 3 strings or even a potential gimp and you will have this match. Wilson needs this. Side there, nair into down there.
Nice little string from Wilson.
Yep.
Needs
He
more
is
though.
getting these strings. 2 more
Sandstorm.
of these into a kill.
He's just putting out these knockout options, right? Side signatures,
my.
neutral signatures.
Weapon toss, down sig. Back off. Sandstorm just keeps going for kill option, but Wilson's silent recovery. 2 more hits into a kill move.
Yeah, but he's stuck
Wilson
on
has
this corner.
Sandstorm doing his absolute best to just toss us in, just still pressuring. Wilson misses that, gets hit with Sair. Down sig. Oh.
Side air, and
Yeah.
that will be it. Sandstorm 3-0s Wilson in one of the most unorthodox sets that I have borne witness to. But
Yep, both players just swapping character after character. I am so confused. I truly am.
You know, sometimes you gotta play for the fans, right? Sometimes you're just playing for Twitch chat and just giving them a good show.
Yep. There is honor and victory in a lot of different things, and sometimes you gotta be, I don't know, you gotta just scream out, "Are you not entertained?"
Little
Anyways.
gladiators. Up next, Boomy versus Remy. Previous 2v2 partners. Then Boomy drops him for Sandstorm, and might be the opportunity for some revenge from Remy. But Remy, what are these guys? I actually don't know who Remy's going to be playing right now. It looks like he's legitimately locking in the cross, this level 18 cross, as Boomy switches up to Azah.
Yeah, so we saw this match
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Remy against the Penguin.
This was Remy versus the Penguin.
Are they like just replicating this? Both players actually, Boomy actually using the same skin as well. So this is quite interesting. We were just seeing like maybe, I don't know. It's just fun. I like the storyline because we do have Boomy. Like you said, they used to be partners. They dropped each other. Well, Boomy dropped Remy specifically. Both players doing incredible in 2v2 though with their other respective partners. Boomy went for Sandstorm. He's done amazing with Sandstorm. Remy went with Phazon. They've just leveled up to be a completely beast of a team. So it's like they split up, became 2 smaller portions, and then they grew up again, and now they're two different people of the same proportion, basically.
Yeah, some
But
cell
as big.
division right there.
Yeah. Remy though, swapping back to that Mirage, getting that scythe.
All right. First weapon is going to go the way of Remy, or of Boomy, but Remy getting that early damage. Pogo.
Ooh,
Weapon toss.
down.
Boomy able to touch back to the wall, but he's taking so much damage on this corner.
Yep. Ooh, moving under Remy, trying to find with that neutral light.
Nice,
Wow.
down sig.
Shout out down, like picking up a page out of the Penguin's book.
Ooh, but the neutral signature just shooting those spears up to Boomy.
Yep.
Weapon toss sends him off.
And if I am not mistaken, this
Egg drop.
clean egg drop.
He touched.
There. Yep.
Oh, the turnaround!
Wow. So, an air drop is specifically when you're jumping and then falling with a weapon toss. And when the weapon toss hits, you can actually true combo hit the spear down there out of it, as long as you time it correctly. And that is what we refer to the egg drop, when you do a weapon toss into a down there.
That's a goodbye. Boomy committed real hard with that ground pound, went really low, and Remy able to punish it. That's one of the pitfalls of that axe ground pound. Why it's so scary to use off stage is it just commits you to this deep fall.
So out of all side characters, Remy actually has the most time on Raj, by the way. So this actually is a pretty fun pick. Oh my lord, Boomy knows his signatures being strong. This is what I wanted to see from the Penguin, honestly. Way more signatures.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they're very, very, very hard to punish if you use it correctly.
I'm starting to remember, like, it was 2016,
oh, he's dead.
maybe 2017, where Boomy actually played Azoth seriously, and a lot of it was these signatures. He'd go over the corner and try to use line of sight to catch people off guard with those signatures from below.
Oh, that Ninja Stick with that double
second shot.
Yep. I think it's interesting because Azoth is criminally underrated right now. The buffs that did happen made him really strong, and in 2v2 you can actually see some people in EU picking him up because Axe. So Azoth is a terror to be reckoned with now. I actually think Azoth is so underrated, and we did see people that don't play the game as much pick him up, like Pugsy in 2017, and also Boomy with these Axe strings down their downlights.
He had a nair into delayed down air onto Remy. What an interesting decision from Boomy. Starting to hit downlights now, but Remy does have that damage advantage. Juggles. Oh, but here come the signatures.
Ooh, I like that. Barely missing, giving him a quick. I was gonna say haircut, but yeah. All
right, here's the bow. Remy unarmed, not in position to punish that neutral signature whiff. Oh, what? He went for he hit the weapon toss and didn't go for immediate recovery. Instead, went for the pickup.
Oh my.
What was that knockout percent?
Oh, the recovery!
Big circle. Move in circle.
I was not expecting that to just come out like that. Especially when my opponent has a scythe like that, because you can get stuffed out by like close to any move.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, if I remember correctly, I think it honestly was Eram who played Azoth. I may have been a bit wrong on that. But does not matter. We now see Isaiah versus Jala.
He's got a level 7 Isaiah.
I mean, I don't know how much canon he's played, but we all know he has been one of the longest running gun players in this game.
True.
Played it ever since 2017, so ever since LDZ picked up guns, actually.
All right, well, we'll see what Boomy can do with this Isaiah pick. Meanwhile, Remy switching over to this Jala, very low defense character. I'm pretty sure he went into the defense stance. There's very few Jalas out there who won't go into the defense stance.
Yep. Neutral light, recovery, Boomy knows his hits, taking actual pages out of Sandstorm's book. Hits him with that. Well, tries to hit him with that.
Nope.
Recovery, not gonna be enough.
Second one
is gonna be enough.
All right, looks like Boomy's got a cannon game with this Isaiah, and he is sticking with the cannon.
In the lead.
Side air clashes out with a downlight from Remy. Has him in the off stage.
Side air. Another side air. Does get stuffed out by the cannon. That comes out so fast.
Sair from Remy. Alive. Needs to finish this, but the recovery will help Boomy get back up onto the stage.
Boomy just tossing every signature under his kit.
Ground pound
with that ground pound. I like that. Hits him with the Sair, position properly. Like, I'm just gonna cover the wall, and Boomy does actually go there. Knows him the best. That is his previous 2v2 partner. Does not surprise me.
Oh my gosh, the wake up gravity cancel downlight from Boomy goes for the neutral air, as it does have that knockout potential. Just didn't quite have the position for it.
That's weird. It was a weird hit. I'm just surprised. Like, I don't know. It worked in a really weird way.
All right, side air will be the knockout for Boomy. One stock left for Remy.
At this point, we have seen so many different characters, and we see so many. I don't know. This is like Wilson's dream. Wilson always asks people to play every different character they can, because that is what he truly means as a skilled player.
Character variety.
Yep. Silent Nair does not get it. Boomy with these cannon strings, but he goes for a nair every single time after that.
Oh, beats out the
And the
dare. The
weapon
weapon toss evens up the stocks. Remy, he's been behind for most of this game, but now that he's got the weapon control and the stage control, might have the chance. But Boomy immediately picks up a cannon.
Yep. This is very, very doable for Remy, even though he was playing the catch-up game for majority of this game. Weapon toss into another sword pickup into sidelight. We see signatures. Okay,
Punish. Downlight side air sends Boomy off stage.
Why is Remy not using down six? Just spam it.
There's
There
one.
we have it.
Neutralize.
Because you can attack. Yeah, you can. Oh, and the side air. Wow, Remy, that was actually really nice. He threatened him, went down, and then jump stairs to punish his recovery. A lot of people do that with X, where you threaten them so much because that X comes out so fast, you're kind of forced to actually do a move. If you don't, and they actually do decide to go for an attack, you are going to get hit. So that is what Remy did. Pressured him in a scenario where Boomy knows he is going to die if he doesn't do something. But Remy doesn't do anything, and then jump stairs to correctly respond to the scenario. Clean from Remy's axe at the end there. Surprised I wasn't seeing down six earlier enough though, because down six on Jala sword is one of the best moves you could probably ever wish for on sword.
Well, either way, going on into game 3, Remy switching it up again. Wheel of characters lands on Wushang for him, and Boomy gonna be busting out an Ember.
Yep.
Not much to say about that. They're just really showing off all sorts of characters. There's very few like threads that you can really attach to, right? Like Boomy, you're like, okay, he had the Lucian earlier, so maybe he's got some Qatar carryover. He's got the bow because Diana. Remy, we saw his spear on his Satori and Mirage, but overall, it's more like they're just playing all sorts of characters and having a good old time here at the Mayhem of Ragnarok.
However, with these two characters, it's kind of interesting because Boomy's bow ninja stick is one of the best bow signatures in the game. You can just toss it out
The bird?
close to whenever you want. Yeah, you can just toss it out all the time whenever you want after using a move because it covers so many spots. But on the other hand, you have Remy who has Wushang, and that spear side stick, as we know, is really strong and hard to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, side signature into the spear neutralite to cover yourself, so incredibly scary. Not to mention the fact that Boomy is on this Ember, putting into the defense stance to give him up to 4, but still a very low defense character could get taken out very quickly.
Yep.
Ground pound
Remy
connects.
gets hit that ground pound. And then Boomy. I like Boomy actually to go for the silent ninja stick. It's just he's chase dodging a lot after it. Although I think you just literally just hit it and then you just chase dodge once and then you use it. Don't remember correctly. I mean, I do remember, but I don't remember fully how you set it up. Maybe he knows better. Remy goes for that side, tries to get the KO on to Boomy as quick as possible, but he gets hits into nothing. He hit a sideline into nothing. He hit a downline into nothing.
Oh,
And
into
then,
the downlight neutral signature from Boomy. That weapon toss does connect. Second one connects. Yeah, Boomy is going to fall for that.
I didn't
he was
know
so
you can
damaged.
downlight NSIG like that.
Yeah, I did not know that you could do that with Ember Bow.
Oh, the downlight into another downlight because Remy goes down to recovery. It is the fate of so many players,
Ground
and then
pound!
Boomy dodges back and
So
the jump ground
clean.
pounds as a response.
Sticking with the Katars for this damage.
There is something about guitars, man. When you get hit by the downlight, you just want to go down. It's so weird.
Oh, hey, Remy going up this time.
Finally,
Changing it up
but
a
then you
little
lose the stage position. It's like you kind of just don't win.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that. I like that he held it because he managed to go under the platform, and then Boomy has a hard time to go under it.
Yeah.
Because it is hard to go under platforms due to certain mechanics in the game.
Yeah, even though it's technically riskier because you're putting yourself further away from the stage, sometimes holding that ground pound just gets you out of that dangerous spot.
Yep. And Remy going for signatures left and right, trying to get this KO. Falls down. Dash back side air.
All right, what's
Dash
the
back down side
knockout?
air.
Recovery
that's
from
gonna be
Remy evens up the stocks. 1 stock left for each of them.
Yep.
Fairly damaged, but 2 good
Not too
gauntlet
bad.
strings would be enough.
Yep. Down left sidelight. Boomy just jumps out of it. He can actually just go for a string. Oh, and he does. But Boomy this time recognized that he should probably dodge. Down left sidelight again. That's 3 down left sidelights. About to even it up. Side stick, that's going to be it. Wow. And that is 2-1 for Boomy.
Yep. 1 more, and Boomy will earn his spot to fight Sandstorm in the losers semifinals.
Indeed. And what we will see, spin the wheels, spin the wheels.
Oh.
What characters?
So an actual pick from Remy. Hattori, this is a character that he has played in majors and will play in multiple competitive events. On the other side, Boomy busting out some vintage Brawlhalla. This is back when North America, basically everyone played Bodvar. That's where Boomy last played Bodvar.
Yep. So yeah, this looks more like they're trying to show us a blast from the past. Back when you'd either play a Tori or you played Bovar for the most part. A lot of people had a Bovar. Then you have some people like Exup just travel a bit more off to the Hattori. Back then Remy did play Bovar, but there was some hints of Hattori. And then Boomy played Bovar as pretty much every other person back then used to. We're talking late 2015 to 2016.
This is very vintage.
Meta match.
All right, Boomy with these neutralites,
Nair.
slowly adding up this damage.
Nair.
Ooh.
That looked like the axe page for Rumo.
Yeah.
Hits it with Nair and delay theirs. Ooh, that's funny. Boomy actually dashed back and forth, and Remy still found the target with the down there.
All right, now he's got the hammer, more knockout potential on this hammer. Remy sticking with this spear. Needs a little bit more damage onto Boomy. Nice egg drop again. Second one.
Oh,
Boomy's done for it.
That. Dude, Remy is one of the cleanest players when it comes to the weapon toss into down air moves. It doesn't matter if it's sword. He's probably one of the few players in the game that does it the most on sword, actually.
Yeah, you don't see it a whole lot from other players.
Oh, you see it again. He actually did go for it. Oh, what?
These recoveries, beating him out. Boomy.
Oh, okay.
All right, lanes down, has the neutralite. Throws out the down signature, but Remy far enough away to avoid the spiking potential. Oh! Okay, nice down air. Boomy able to return the stock and even it up, but he is so incredibly damaged here with his Bodvar.
Indeed.
Over to the hammer now.
Remy, man. Oh, it's such a joy watching Remy. I always love it. When Remy is slightly in the zone, his movement is just something you don't... there's very little that differentiates Brawlhalla players sometimes, and Remy truly shows you that with his movement. I love it.
The nuances of his movement.
Yep. Oh my, that there finds the recovery mark, hits him with it. Boomy so far has to play the catch-up game. Boomy is up 2-1. They're just training games while they're swapping characters. This is so funny.
Down signature connects, but Remy not damaged enough for that to be a knockout. Good avoidance of that recovery, avoiding the side signature. Remy's movement is just on point. Another down sig will do it.
Perfect spot dodge. Perfectly spot dodges him and then changes it into a GC with that down sig, and that actually kills him. Quote unquote early-ish. Has a lot of force. Oh, what?
Whoa! What nairs and dares? Just
nair, dare,
swapping
nair,
between
recovery.
the two of them.
That was
quick, and that brought him back into this. He's taking the lead.
Wow. I have actually never seen that in my 4-year-long career of a nair, dare, nair chain happen. More players.
Stop.
Oh! No way! No.
That's not true anymore.
It's 2 frames. It's 2 frames.
He got the Russian Mafia downlight, chase dodge recovery into the pivot dare. I saw the downlight, I saw the weight, and then he goes with the recovery, and I was like, no, he's not. He can, oh my, he did it. He did the Russian Mafia, and that means Boomy will go into the losers semi to fight Sandstorm.
There actually is a case where Russian Mafia is true, and it's if you GC the downlight.
Okay.
But that was not what we saw here, so it was not true. That was 2 frames, and Boomy actually does get it.
Well, with that, we are going to be going to a very short little break. Do not go anywhere, because we've got the top 4 of Mayhem of Ragnirock coming up in just a little bit. It's been insane, but this is your opportunity. Take a drink, go to the restroom, grab a snack, because we've got plenty more Brawlhalla coming at you in just a little bit. you're just now joining us, you have missed out on some of the most insane Brawlhalla sets that I have seen in a very long time. They've been absolutely wild and incredibly enjoyable, but you don't want to go back and watch them because you're about to see some even more insane stuff. Just to recap what's going on, Wrenched and Ethan are in the winners finals, awaiting the winner of the next matchup between Boomy and Sandstorm in the lower bracket of this top 4.
Yep. That is something you would expect to be in the winner's side, but it is not today, because today we have seen so many different characters, so many different legends, the biggest variety of legends I have ever seen in my Brawlhalla career in this tournament so far. And we do have a Wrenched Ethan winners finals besides that.
We've seen more characters in this top 8 than I've seen in some top 16s of tournaments. Like, there have been basically character swaps game after game after game on both sides. It's been insane. But coming up next, we've got Boomy and Sandstorm currently locked in on characters, and your guess is as good as mine on if these are legitimately the characters they're going to play in this.
I'm honestly not ready.
I hope they're ready at the very least, because we've got Sandstorm coming in with the Isaiah pick. It's got the cannon, all right, so that's that crossover to that Zol, that Lin Fei. Boomy, we just saw his Bodvar finish off the game with a Russian Mafia with the hammer. So I guess these are the picks, but these are not what you would expect from a standard tournament with these two guys in the lower bracket, to say the very least.
Going to quickly correct my statement. I said that the Russian Mafia was not true and it was 2 frames. However, at 150 damage, which is what Boomy actually managed to hit him with, that ends up being true. And he actually had that completely true. My bad. We correct those. Move on. Boomy hits like 4 hits already on this hammer, and he's in the huge lead.
He's just going in. Oh, but he eats the missile shot from Sandstorm on the corner. Oh, goes for the downlight gravity cancel. Gravity cancel downlight into the chase dodge recovery. Surprised he didn't go for the pivot dare on that one. That's one of those situations where you would see the Russian Mafia. All right, off stage.
Boomy. Waiting. Oh, that sounds like Isaiah. I'm interested to see what Sandstorm actually has to bring with this character.
I generally expect Sandstorm to be leaning towards that cannon. Like, even when he played the Zol and the Lin Fei, he had the other weapons mostly as something in between the cannons.
Dude, he literally comes back alive and then hits him with the sides like instantly. That is the Sandstorm. Down there.
There's the missile shot.
Down there again. Trying to look for the KO opportunities now. Side sake. Gatling gun.
Really
Side sake. Gatling gun again.
3 in a row.
Get to the chopper. Sandstorm trying his absolute best to do that actual Arnold Schwarzenegger, what's it called? Impersonation.
Yeah. He just got really excited for the trailer that dropped not too long ago, and so he's trying to give a shout out to the governor himself. Ground pound is not going to connect. Boomy and Sandstorm are more even, despite the fact that Boomy had a huge lead with the hammer plays on that first stock. Surprised he's not trying to throw away the spear and see if he can get a hammer again. Oh, jumps over the weapon toss with the side sig.
Recovery does not hit. Bouncing again. Boomy just coming out with the signatures down into the neutral signature.
Sigs,
oh
gotta
my.
get the kill.
Yep, Sandstorm, however, has equaled this up pretty much now. Tries to go for the read, crosses him up. Very typical of spear players to do that. Goes for the downline, does not hit though.
Neutral line, just
light.
getting some damage. Oh, just shy. All right, side air. He's got stairs of his own.
Not it.
He's good.
Weapon toss, not it either. Touches. Weapon toss himself. Well, that's gonna kill. That's not Guitarist.
Now he's sticking with his hammer. Off stage, if Sandstorm challenges, could see that recovery into a ground pound, but instead Sandstorm stays on stage and Boomy has to come up. Oh, goes for the neutral signature.
Oh,
nice
that
recovery.
falling recovery. Looking like it takes a page out of Boomy's book with that one.
Yeah, I was waiting
one of
for
Boomy's
that.
favorite ways.
Boomy delaying this weapon pickup, knows that his iframes last longer as long as he doesn't pick up that weapon. Here comes the cannon strings from Sandstorm. Missed that final hit.
Oh, he killed himself.
Oh, he didn't reset.
Yep. No. That happens.
So bristle. That's one of the pitfalls of canon in general, right, is you're committing to these big offstage moves, and if you don't reset, touch back to the stage, then you're going to find yourself not able to return, and that's what happened there. Boomy knew it. He saw the writing on the wall and just stayed on stage and was like, ha, that's one for me.
Well, that is one of those moments where we're like F in chat for the boys.
Yeah.
But yep.
All right.
Sandstorm.
Game 2, switching up the characters, playing this game of different character, different game. Boomy going back to the boat fight though. Okay.
Indeed.
Looks like his pool of characters has shrunk a little bit as he's going back into it. And Sandstorm is going to be busting out this Azoth. Interesting that he'd go to the Azoth because it doesn't have a cannon.
Mm-hmm. So, have you heard the stories of unarmed Azoth?
Oh yeah, actually. Is that what we're about to see? Default unarmed Azoth.
I have heard stories. I have heard magic. I've heard miracles.
This is the unicorn of the Brawlhalla scene. This is the mythological. Yeah. Oh, he's already doing it. Throwing away the weapons.
Oh, is Boomy answering? Oh, the haymaker with that side sig. We actually got ourselves. Yep. Looking like MMA over here. We are now UFC.
Throwing away the weapons. They don't want them on the scene. They just get in the way, especially if you have light to pick up.
With that hook, crosses him up. That kick, beautiful teep. Oh, that breakdance.
Saw the read. Goes in for the gravity cancel downlight, but Sandstorm avoids it.
Yep.
Keep that corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the right side of the corner. That is all I'm feeling with this Sandstorm, man. Going with these unarmed hits does not get it. Boomy so far showing to be the better. So Boomy has more movement speed, so I feel like it's a little bit more unfair because he has like one more speed than them, unless he has a speed stance as well, which gives us 6 movement speed.
No, Sandstorm's in that base stance. Oh, turn around.
Down there. Another GC down light does not hit Boomy so far.
Chasing deep.
What is going on?
They can still touch.
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z on the corner. Flying around, hitting each other.
Left.
Wait. Gotta clear the board, guys. Gotta get rid of weapons. And Sandstorm's going to punish him for it. Down like gravity cancel lethal heavy.
Alright. Clean state. No weapons. I want to see someone like pull up a weapon and hit him. Like, you know, randomly taking a chair out.
No, that's cheating. You're not allowed to do that. There's no honor in that. It's unarmed only. Sandstorm actually like straight up respecting Boomy and letting him throw the weapons away on that left side. Like he sat on the right side while Boomy was throwing them away.
Boomy so far is showing that he's more proficient with the unarmed. However, Sandstorm slowly giving it. Oh, tossed him with that axe.
DQ, where's the
Foul
TOs?
Play.
He hit him with a weapon. That's not fair. That extra 2 damage.
You know, it's one of those moments where the referees are not looking.
Yeah. Sandstorm knocked out the ref right before this game.
Oh, satellite. Ground pound holds it so that he's in a better position to come back. Smart play. Had he canceled it too early, Boomy could have potentially just hit him.
Downlight recovery.
Downlight recovery.
1 stock left.
All right. Look at this spacing, Muhammad Ali. Back and right. They're just jumping at each other, actual DBFC style.
Giving him more than the 1-2. Boomy hitting him with the punches. Oh,
I like how
weapon toss setups. Sandstorm, he's a maniac. He's clearly cheating in this unarmed game.
No, all bets are off at this point. There's light. Chase dodges through. I like how Boomy uses as much invincibility as possible once he gets a hit. He just tosses as many chase dodges in as possible to get that invincible walk through. However, Sandstorm going under him with that clean uppercut as he avoids any attack and then kills him with it. And by uppercut, I meant like actually the GC news. I mean the news sig, but you know, it's okay, move on. 4 minutes.
Boomy taking off the gloves. He's starting to throw weapons at Sandstorm as well. Getting a big unarmed string too. He had the downlight ground pound into recovery. Sandstorm, nice little recovery into the nair. This is getting close.
Yep.
Are they gonna get down to the last hits?
Sandstorm really needs this match as Boomy is already up 1-0 in the set. Lair. Sandstorm slowly caving back in, tossing more weapons at him. He truly wants this at this point. We can see it. Oh, that spacing does not get it because Boomy knows that if he GCs it, he can actually escape fast enough if Sandstorm doesn't go for an aerial option.
Whoa!
Oh, down like GC N6 Sandstorm.
The unarmed Azoth. the myth itself. You've seen a unicorn here at Mayhem of Ragnirock. Sandstorm wins game 2.
Unarmed proficiency. It looked like Boomy was in the lead the entire time, but I feel like Sandstorm was just trying to tire him out, make him waste attacks after attacks, throw some as many jabs as he could, just evading it, taking hits, and then at the end, finally, when Boomy was not prepared, he hits him with that downline GC and SIG conversion.
Oh, and Sandstorm going into another Azoth pick. Is he saying he won with it already once, so he's gonna stick with it? And Boomy now on the core.
That core looks kind of like cheating. It's like, you seen Megalobox?
I have not, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because
I've also seen like 5 minutes of Real Steel, in case you're wondering about boxing robots.
Okay. Oh, that's the thing too, huh? All I'm saying is he looks like he has an unfair advantage with all that armor on, huh?
It's all right. Sandstorm going to be switching up to the Giro. Maybe we're not doing the unarmed game anymore. No more boxing matches. We're going to get into a full-on fight between gladiators. All right, Sandstorm actually holding on to the weapon. Yeah, this is for realsies here between the two of them in game 3.
This match is too important. Down there. Down there. Sandstorm trying to get some sort of extra follow-up after it by reading his dodge. Does not get it, though.
On the corner. Yep, Sandstorm, drops the nair, but he's still able to pick up a gravity cancel neutral light.
I have never seen Sandstorm play sword. I just realized. I've waited for this moment my entire life. Also, I actually can't see his head. Is that supposed to be like that?
Yeah, it's the Doulahan. It's the headless man. All right, scythe in hand for Sandstorm. This is a more comfort weapon. Won't have it for long as Boomy just kind of stretch Armstrongs him off the stage.
Oh, neutral light. Does not get the follow-up on it because Sandstorm just dodges straight in. Boomy is still in the lead. Nair does not get the true string. I mean, true combo at that point, actually. Down that Nair.
Oh, almost got the clap off the recovery. Boomy's gauntlets working. Oh! Quick jump dare. Down like ground pound. Sandstorm evens up the stocks.
Yep, nice kill confirm on that one. Recognize that Boomy has to put himself in this scenario like that because he tosses weapons, so Boomy avoids it, gets back up, and then perfectly pastes the GC downlight into ground pound.
Oh, what?
Ooh. Guess to use scythe loops, that is the Sandstorm fashion. Yep. Alright, he catches their dodge with a nair, and then he just pulls them back down. Downline nair. And then at the end, he usually does the downlight, and then pushes them forward and goes for a read, and then tries to get the KO. Sandstorm going for these sword strings, trying to make it look like Scythe with these extended combos, but he does not get them.
Now he's back to the Scythe for the knockout potential, but Boomy just dash forward, haymaker onto Sandstorm, takes him down to the final stock.
Remember the previous game, knows that unarmed still is good. Sandstorm also remembered the previous game, knows that downlight GC Ensig is good.
The unarmed knockout potential. Now we've got Sandstorm with the Scythe. Could see that Scythe loop again as Boomy's stuck on this corner.
Oh, got the downlight. Tries to go for the dodge read though afterwards, but Boomy just falls down instantly into a fast fall. So that downlight does not get that, and then instantly neutral light. That is unfair. Jumps up, tries to get a hit, gets hit. Oh, that down usage right after. Both players just swinging left and right, but not connecting completely.
A lot of dashing from below. Sandstorm dashes into the side signature, has Boomy off stage. Oh, throws out the neutral signature. That's a burn dodge. That's a knockout. Sandstorm, just in case, goes for the down sig.
Yep. I thought Sandstorm just killed himself at the end right there. He fell down.
He almost did.
Yep. Well, that is a 2-1 for Sandstorm. Sandstorm taking with the Giro this time. Going from the unarmed Azoth to Giro. Truly showing proficiency with any weapon he has been playing so far, including the unarmed.
And now we're seeing him stick with characters that connect to his mainstay of that Mordex. He's going over to the Zariel now. He showed off that he's got a scythe and stuff. Now he's going to show off his gauntlets and stuff.
Yep. And Zariel, there is a lot to mention about that character, but that character has one of the best signatures in the game, but no one actually plays that character besides like maybe what, Double Dive?
Sometimes. Yeah, that's about it. Zariel, very underpicked. Why do you think that is, Daiku?
I think it's just a weapon combination. It's one of those characters that's just awkward because Gauntlet and Bow. You know what I mean? It's not like Gauntlet and Spear or Bow and Spear. It's like two weapons that kind of want to play the same way in their strengths, but play at different ranges. But at the same time, they don't have clear-cut strengths.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't have clear-cut strengths that complement each other. They both can struggle with getting KOs if they can't find their specific kill combos that are like in a very specific position. On Gauntless, you want to get that GC downline to chase out recovery, while on Bow, you want to get that downline to recovery.
Okay.
So it's just like swapping off from one weapon to the other doesn't necessarily change up.
Okay. Yeah, I
in
can
the way
see what
you
you're
want
saying.
it.
Basically, he like hyper fills a niche as opposed to having two weapons that kind of
Yes.
round each other out.
Yes.
Seeing Boomy finally locked in a character. He's going into the Hattori now. Kind of a very consistent character again, very old school. It's been a while since we've seen. Actually, no, Boomy plays Hattori a little bit more. He'll play it in twos.
2v2.
But Sandstorm with the elevator.
Knows the gauntlets. Yep. See, but the one thing about Zerial though, the Zerial signatures are really, really, really strong. Some of the signatures have very low recovery frames, and some of them put you in positions that are hard to punish. Down in recovery, nice. Gets the most optimal damage you can.
It's neutralize. And Boomy,
No
yeah, he
signature.
has to backdash that. Just the threat of a chasing downlight, so incredibly scary.
And here come the signatures from Sandstorm, trying to use them as much as possible.
Oh!
Wow, sidelight, dash back, dash forward, jump down there.
And he held it just enough to get it to go through that soft platform. If he tapped it, it would have just landed on that platform and stopped.
Yep.
But he got it through it, and not gonna knock out.
The weapon toss. Oh, space him out. Neutralize recovery. Very, very clean punish. Neutralize nair this time. Push him in the air. Waits up. Oh, holds that down stick for
Punish!
like 4 years. But Boomy goes to the side. GC end stick. Clean, clean, clean punish on that.
I'm glad Boomy was patient on that one and just waited it out as opposed to trying to just straight challenge it as Sandstorm was trying that one up.
He's surprised he managed to hold that longer than I thought you could hold that as well. I might have actually gotten hit at the end there because I just wouldn't expect it to be held that long.
Ooh, dashes into the
wakes
side
up.
signature. That projectile just makes it so incredibly safe and scary. Uh-oh.
Super good priority. Waits up and then dash side sig. Tries to get him in some magical way with that. Hoping he'd duck his head up. Ooh, weapon toss clashing. Kind of clashing into the stair, but that doesn't clash like that.
Yeah. Downlight into the recovery. Goes for the second one, but the toss down from Sandstorm stops it. Chasing forward.
I literally thought he was... Looked like he thought he was playing spear for a moment because he got tossed into down there.
off
what?
the corner. And exclamation point.
Uh-huh.
Boomy's running out of stuff. Got back up.
Yep. Any signatures? Satellite does not hit. Falling there. Not gonna be enough.
They're so damaged.
Yep.
Where you going?
Oh, Boomy. Interesting. Oh, that weapon toss not finding its mark.
Oh!
That Jason Neutralize not finding his mark either.
Just barely held to that right side to get that wall touch. Uh-oh.
Oh,
No!
that spacing, but it doesn't get the punish on it. Both players kind of just trying their best to get the hit, but none of them landing so far.
Yeah, they're not finding that knockout move. And Boomy really playing this wall game now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
back on weapon toss.
gosh.
That sends him far.
He's so damaged. That weapon toss is launching him off stage.
I love that Sandstorm. Oh! Caught him sleeping on that one. So Sandstorm went forward,
Take a
dodges
sip.
back as a bait, and then instantly, as Boomy's falling asleep, he hits him with that dash jump fastball down there,
Punish.
on towards the wall.
I'm surprised Sandstorm went for the sidelight nair there. Boomy burns his dodge for
Yeah.
that gravity cancel down signature. Could have gotten a larger punish, but maybe
Yeah.
he knows his
I was
guns better
expecting
than
like
I
80
do.
damage plus right there.
Yeah.
And Sandstorm definitely not want to drop those, but I will say that Boomy finds that recovery, does get the kill, 1-1. However, Sandstorm is up 2-1.
Dunk. Goes for a second one. Oh, ground pound. Boomy tries to punish it. Another one. Ground pound. Boomy full disengage over to the left side. Gets back up to the stage.
Both players just duking it out on that, but Boomy finds the reads, finds the hits. However, as I said, that Sandstorm claps back with a neutral layer. Boomy, signature. No, sidelight. Hits the neutral layer. Backs off a bit. Once again, gets the whip, but he doesn't get the double downlight.
Oh!
And he dies for that. What? Was that Nair GC sidelight, or did he touch the platform with that?
I think he touched down real quick for that into the recovery, but
oh no,
I didn't expect
Nair
that to finish.
G wow. Nair GC sidelight into recovery. Sandstorm knows his kill options and actually kills him with that. That is insane. Sandstorm takes it 3-1, moves on to losers finals, and now we will have the colossal battle of winners finals match of Ethan and Wrenched.
Yep, just waiting on Boom to hop out, and then we'll have Ethan versus Wrenched for the winners finals. Wrenched, the one who knocked Sandstorm into the lower bracket off the reverse 3-0 against Sandstorm's Lin Fei. Ethan on the other side beat out Boomy 3-1 with the Asuri pick. Are they going to be sticking with these picks? No, we're seeing Wrenched. Yeah, okay, wait, actually no. He won the 3-2 after switching to the Asuri. I think he started off with a Lucian, and then he went to the Asuri to win 3 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ethan going to go in Asuri? Are we going to see the Asuri mirror match?
Dude, if you ask me to predict anything at this point, I would never, ever in 6,000 years bet on anything.
Well, Wrenched is currently hovering on a Thor. It's been a very unpredictable set, to say the very least. Unpredictable top 8, to say the very least, as if you just saw that last set, you'd just be like, what were they playing? These are all these crazy characters. But they've been very close and very back and forth. It's going to be interesting to see what Wrenched and Ethan ultimately decide to do. I don't take them as the type to switch up characters the way that Boomy, Remy, and Sandstorm and Wilson were. I really expect Wrenched to go in with the Asuri, and Ethan maybe the Asuri, but I could see him being like, you know what? I don't want to challenge your Asuri. I'll go with my Mirage or my Mordeps.
They're all good predictions, but I just... Oh, my head hurts. I just can't tell anymore. I just don't know. Everyone has a different character, apparently.
Yeah.
But Wrenched and Ethan, though, they are 2 players that truly want to win. So I do really want to see what they are coming with. We were definitely going to see an Asuri from Wrenched, for sure. There's no world I know we don't see an Asuri from Wrenched. However, Ethan is a bit more plausible. There is so many character picks, as you said.
Yeah, I do agree with what you said, though, that both of them, I think they want this win more than a lot of other people out there. Like this would be a huge win for both of these players. Ethan, he's been grinding and really trying to get a W for a very long time. At the same time, Wrenched, really, he's one of those players who's like always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Like he's been in that top 2 spot so many times and just fallen short, including the World Championship 2018. Like, he has been so close to finishing it out. So I think both of them really, truly want to win this one. And we're seeing the double Asuri.
All I know is I'm just interested to see what's going to happen with this match. Truly, like all I like to know is that these 2 players honestly treat this tournament as if it was a complete LAN, as if it was like the biggest tournament of their entire lives, because there are players that just grasp for it. It doesn't matter if it's a small tournament. It doesn't matter if it's a bigger tournament. A tournament's a tournament to them. And we are going into the match of the winners finals, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan versus Wrenched.
Ethan starting off, picks up the Katars. Wrenched with the unarmed. Actually getting a little bit of the better of Ethan. Now we've got the Katari mirror match. Expect the wake up nairs to come out. But Ethan,
2-3 hits.
Not getting any.
Nope. So far, Wrenched in the lead.
Oh my gosh. The nair beats
recovery,
it out.
And he has
gets,
no touch.
oh, wow, Wrenched! He's 0 to death Ethan, and then 0 to death himself on that one. Both of them taking a sweet sip of victory on that one.
That's a bruh moment, pretty much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the winners finals match as we get into the game. We are in a complete reset.
For stock wipes, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
On to the second
never
stocks.
happened. Yep. They went to the game with 2 stocks.
Yeah. It's just a crew battle thing. Downlight into the recovery. Ethan taking quite a bit of damage. Wrench showing his prowess with these guitars, showing why he is considered one of the best guitar players in the world.
So far, Wrench truly has been in the lead, man. Like, he has won out close to every single interaction in this guitar versus guitar ditto, although they are close to equal. Oh. Wrench with that slick movement, try to get static, and this time, going for a raw this time instead of just going, doing that dash back thing he did, where he slides off the platform.
Still trying to use that soft platform to slide charge that side signature and try to keep Ethan on his toes. Both of them so incredibly damaged. Nice gravity cancel downlight into the recovery, and Ethan takes the lead.
Both of them swapping downlights, but Ethan manages to be the one that is victorious on top of that downlight war. But it doesn't matter because Wrench just charges that side stick.
That heavy catching his feet. All right, guitar play is coming out from Wrench. He's been able to build up so much damage with these guitars, but not able to find the final knockout onto Ethan, and that's part of the reason why Ethan had the lead on that second stock, on that final stock. Oh, there's the dunk. Second one. Ethan's below.
What?
That was so quick and so little damage put out.
The game starts off. Yeah, the game starts off with Wrench having like a huge lead, gets to 0 death, and then he kills himself. And then the second stock, perfectly normal Brawlhalla, just pure neutral, left and right. Ethan wins it out, everything's going great. Into, oh, Ethan died again. And then we now have a next game in this best of 5 set.
Yeah, I was not keeping track of Ethan's jumps, but I guess that dunk really denied him any sort of reset, and that's part of the reason why he ended up falling to his death. That means Wrenched with a big game 1 at basically no point was Ethan really in the driver's seat. Like he took the second stock quickly enough, but Wrenched immediately came back and evened it up. Wrenched's guitar plays is on point, and that's part of the reason why Ethan has to swap over to this Mordex, kind of something more standard for Ethan.
But he hasn't been playing the Mordex like this entire day, so I am wondering how it's going to be in this in the second game. Is it warmed up enough? Is he ready enough with it? Because we have only been seeing a series so far.
He goes off stage with a grab out. Oh, he still got caught by the dunk there, and that's a stock for Wrenched.
That caught like 3 different dodges, and it didn't matter that even the latest dodge, he still got hit by it. Wrench so far has been stealing away these kills with these neutral sigs, man.
Yeah, the guitar neutral signature just paying Wrench's bills.
Doing a bit of awkward clash there. Even trying to follow up off of it.
Doesn't go over the corner.
Hits that stage. Wrench just getting a bigger and bigger lead. It doesn't matter how much damage you put on Ethan, you have to end up killing him at the end.
He's getting the setups like that initial hit, but just Wrenched able to dodge out of the knockout option. The gravity cancel sidelight, extending the pressure.
Sidelight does not use the
kick forward.
The kick forward version of it, which probably might have sent him far enough for a potential edge guard to kill, but
just barely avoids that ground pound. Oh, he bumps.
And Ethan? Okay.
Right, he touches back.
Wrench kind of rushed.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. Wrench saw blood right there because Ethan messed up his movement a bit, and he just like rushes it a bit too early. If he had waited slightly and got the dodge read on it as Ethan messes up, I think he would have actually had another early kill. But even with that down stick, as Wrench falls down, hits him, pushes him back, and kills him.
And he is sticking with this scythe. Will have the range advantage over both of Wrench's weapons, which is one of the big reasons why he's staying with this scythe. Also, so much string potential with it. Could immediately even up the damage if he gets the right read.
Gets the reverse near, tries to go for a read, but Wrench actually does nothing out of it and just moves out.
Nice.
That's sick. Wrench.
Almost ledge canceled the downlight
recovery. Oh, that side stick threatening so much. Wrench truly trying to get this KO with all these weird options.
Dashing. Wrench dashes in and sends Ethan off.
Initially a recovery. Oh, he has no recovery.
Ground pound. Has enough iframes to get past in the weapon toss.
That's it.
Ethan gonna fall to his death. Wrench in such a commanding fashion right now, sticking with the guitars.
Even being down one game as well, really needs to actually get this game, unless he wants to be doing another, I don't know, reverse 3-0. Because so far it is in the hands of Wrench, man, and he is taking away the lead. Barely does not get that dodge read. Had he gotten that down line, that would have been so much damage. Oh my!
Caught the dodge down too. Goes in, hits him with the ground pound. Has enough range for it. Another one.
Recovery. Is he alive? Will he be able to touch? Nope. Wrench is taken out with that. Oh, it was interesting because Wrench got this cool string and then hits him with a down there. At the end of it, had he chased our Sared early enough, he would have actually had it. But Wrench has been hitting down theirs into a very delayed chase dodge Sared. If you do chase dodge down into side there fast enough after hitting it down there, they actually only have 1 frame to fast fall out of it.
Dang.
1 frame.
Well, that missed opportunity for Wrench means Ethan is coming right back into this one. Able to get a whole lot of damage put out onto Wrench now. Just a little bit behind, but keeping Wrench on his toes off stage and unarmed. Trying to cover that weapon spawn. Oh, but Wrenched with the unarmed side air. Will steal out that sword.
Side air does not hit, pushes him back. Ethan almost robbing away this victory. However, he does get hit by this recovery. Side sig.
Oh, too high with the gravity cancel downlight.
Yep, both players doing great job avoiding any attack.
Oh, these weapon tosses. He doesn't want it. He's straight up dancing next to it. He's like, I don't want that.
Oh, gets hit by that. Still has a jump and recovery, and then a dodge.
Hit a recovery, yeah.
Hit him with. Didn't get the KO.
Spot dodges through it.
People just tossing their weapons away.
Because unarmed
Wrench going high, Ethan going low.
It's safer to go unarmed for them.
Oh, this neutral, both people just trying to space each other out at maximum distances.
Downlight recovery, and Wrench will get game 2.
That is a 2-0 for Wrench, and he's looking in the driver's seat for this grand finals, man. All he needs is 1 more game, and if he doesn't, he has another chance. And if he doesn't get that, he has another chance. Wrench looking so clean for this grand finals.
He has basically, like you said, been in the driver's seat, but Ethan really started to come back at the end of the game too, right? He's got that a lot closer than I think we would have expected from how well Wrench has been playing his guitar game. I think if Ethan can maintain these adjustments, might be getting enough momentum to sneak out this game 3.
Yep. Oh, Ethan hits that downlight, does not follow up with anything.
He was expecting a dodge
and a sidelight. But it's a true combo. Doesn't matter.
Well, if you burn your dodge and you don't touch back down to ground, then you have a longer time to get a more extended string.
Yeah, but how about you hit the true combo and then go for a read after it?
Well, sometimes you don't want to do true combos, all right?
Little cat fashion. I respect it.
True combos are overrated. All right, chase dodging forward. All right, has him off stage. Goes for the ground pound. Wrench with the punish on the side air. Dodge through the down air. Back and forth. Recovery connects onto Wrench, and Ethan resets onto the stage. I think that was supposed to be a ground pound and not a side signature.
Highlight. Full pairs. Close to kill percent at this point. Downlight. Oh, tries to go for like a 6 chase dodge play to get some sort of KO opportunity, but it does not. Gets the GC down and recovery. Does not end up killing either. Both people are so low. I mean, damaged.
Recovery just close enough to that corner for Ethan to hit that recovery. Doesn't want the weapon again. Ethan goes for the unarmed. Believes it's safer for these finishing blows. Oh, goes through the side sig into the sidelight side air. Ethan takes the first stock.
That was interesting. I wonder if Wrench had a dodge. I was confused about what just even happened because that is not true. But Ethan does confirm it. Maybe that is what he tried to go for earlier, where he hit the sidelight to like maybe go for a sider afterwards. Oh, down there. That's gonna be it.
Very clean. Wrench keeping this close, keeping it even, denying weapons. Of course, he's gonna be sticking with the guitars. It's been his primary weapon of choice.
Both people really trying for this match.
Oh, reads the
Wrench
dodge
again. He has been going for this nair downlight into a GC neutral read, and he has been getting it over and over again.
It's basically a 50-50. He's reading that you're going through him, but if you just backed off in the other direction, completely would not have connected.
Yep. I do find it interesting to see the neutral light though, because there is an EU player, and that guy would just go for the GC downright regardless.
Yeah.
And if you do hit that, you actually get a really high damage string off of it.
Well, more
but
active frames on the neutral light, so it's kind of a softer read.
Yeah, softer read, but not as big of a reward on it.
Side signature, wrench from below, but the neutral signature connects. Ethan takes the second stock, and this is what I was talking about. These minor adjustments from Ethan just slowly coming right back into this game.
Yep. And I love how Ethan just wakes up with that neutral stick instantly, though. He gets slapped with that sider and just runs back at him. And just trying neutral there. He had a Sarah recovery after that, I think.
He caught the dodge on that.
Yeah. Satellite, down right, does not get that though. Down there, what does he go for? Tries to go for a read, but he just backs up with that recovery. Weapon toss, denies any approach. Slowly getting a bigger and bigger lead on wrench, and that's all he wants and hopes for.
Oh, there's a weapon toss. He wants to extend this stock. Just get any taps of damage as he can.
Both players playing so methodical.
Punish?
Really
the neutral light
this.
covers it.
I'm trying to get the KO with that. Satellite waits up though.
Downlight there?
Downlight
Not
Sounder.
gonna be enough.
Nope. But that sidelight, is he still alive?
still
Yeah, he is.
living.
And then the ground pound. He got stuck on the wall right there. Had he waited
Yeah.
a little bit longer and then down there, he might have been able to get past it.
Yeah, because sometimes you can touch the wall and slip underneath it, and that would have
Yeah.
kept him safe from that ground pound, but instead he ended up just going hard into that wall and eating that ground pound.
There. This is when Wrench just wants to tack on as much damage as possible. However, Ethan is honestly just one good signature or one good read off of winning this stuff.
Well, he needs to get the that initial hit.
Yep.
These down airs not going to be the setup. He has not
he
really
is
been
running
beating out
away.
Wrench in these offstage. You see him go for those like dash jump ground pounds, but Wrench is
Just let recovery.
100% ready for them. Oh, charge up.
Interesting.
I want to say that was supposed to be kind of a ground pound where you just walk off ground pound as opposed to the dash jump.
Yep. So that's here again. So patient, so close.
But Ethan with
Ethan
a
being-
significant lead. He can afford this patience.
Yep. So it's funny because Ethan is truly just trying to wait it out and get the hit he needs, but
Oh.
Wrench doesn't care. He feels comfortable. He knows that he can lose this. It's okay to him.
I mean, he has a 2-game lead.
Yep. Dodges it
Down
perfectly.
sig.
Silent down sig. Ethan had a perfect position to take this game, but now he's actually equal up. Recovery does not hit that. Wrenched. Oh, he's unafraid.
He's going in. Oh, the weapon toss hit. Had that minor hit stun.
Ethan needs to eventually get a hit off of onto Wrench because Wrench is just taking so many fights without being afraid and getting such a big mileage off of it. Weapon toss.
Oh,
Ground pound. Does
down
not hit
it.
it. There.
The weapon toss.
Weapon toss.
Gravity cancel neutral sig. The second weapon toss. Wrench 3-0s Ethan in the winners finals to go into the grand finals. Earns that top 2 spot.
That was 2 perfectly placed weapon tosses. Tosses the first weapon into the wall, bounces off it, catches Ethan as he's going up, and then he jumps up, holds the weapon toss because Ethan goes for a GC neutral stick. Had any other player tried to down there him or ground on him right there, they would have gone to combat that and Ethan would have won it. But Wrenched actually takes a smart play and just tosses a weapon.
Very intelligent. I mean, Wrench knows his edge guards through and through. He's so good at the edge play. And that's going to be the reason why he's in the grand finals, awaiting the winner of our next set. Is it going to be Ethan? Is it going to be Sandstorm? What is Sandstorm going to be playing? That's my big question. Is it the unarmed Azoth? Is it the Isaiah? Is it the Thor? The Zariel? The Wushang? The list goes on and on. That's the joke there. Ethan on the other side, probably will be sticking with the Mordex at this point. Might go back to the Asuri.
This is the matchup that, if it was a winner's final case, where I know Ethan can beat out Sandstorm and is one of the better players to actually take a match against Sandstorm.
Mhm.
However, we are on the loser side, and after Ethan lost that away, I don't know how much he's willing to fight for it anymore. I have a feeling that Sandstorm is going to run away with this match, man.
I mean, he has that
as we see-
potential.
As we see though, Sandstorm is not on his complete mains. We are seeing these off picks, Zerial, Unarmed Azov, and all of these characters. So I am interested to see how that's going to fare against Ethan. And Ethan is going with that Asuri.
Okay, Ethan going back to what had got him all the way through to the winners finals. It's been the Asuri game. It's been working very well for himself. On the other side, Zariel is a very new pick for Sandstorm. He played it once in the last set in the loser semis.
Yep.
And that was it. All right,
Well,
here we go. This is going to be the losers finals. Winner of this goes on into the grand finals to fight Wrenched. Loser of this knocked out, earning that top 3 spot, that bronze medal. Will it be Sandstorm on the Zariel or Ethan on the Asuri? Sandstorm has the bow. Ethan actually threw away the spawn weapon. He had that sword, but he wants the guitars.
So Ethan once again go from neutral layer into downlight. This time Silent downlight goes for downlight loop. Reads does not follow up off it well enough though, but he does get the hit.
Downlight into the recovery.
With 2 pieces.
Over to the gauntlets for the knockout
there.
Potential. Ooh, reads a dodge down for the down sig, but it's the side sig, not enough to kill.
Pushes him far enough. Oh my!
Precision.
Sandstorm. Yup. Finds his target, shoots him out. Sees him with the next stock. Goes back to the gauntlets, however. It's funny, he literally picked up bow just to kill him and tosses it.
Yeah. Just needed that one down air, and that was it.
Down that highlight. Goes for a read. Doesn't go for an attack though. Ooh, Sandstorm. That was an option, but Ethan clapping back. Dashing back and forth.
Throws away the gauntlets. Ethan double down light. There's the dodge. He was waiting for the dodge for the recovery. There's the recovery to finish off the stock. He's keeping this close.
Not too bad of a position. Yep, considering how early he lost his other stock, this isn't too bad. And downlight into downlight into downlight. Ethan just keeps going for these downlights, but he's not getting much out of it though.
He'll go for the multi-downlights, just maintaining that read pressure.
Sandstorm clapping back with his own downlights.
Yeah, Sandstorm's downlights reach a little bit further though.
Yep.
Sidelight weapon toss, pick
what?
up side sig? What?
Didn't kill, but however, sent him to oblivion, and Sandstorm just challenges down there with a neutral layer. He misses the first neutral layer and then just goes for another one, and he actually wins it out. Sandstorm with another lead.
Now he's got the gauntlets. Oh, rolling sidelight into the downlight. More downlights coming out from Ethan. He wants to play that downlight game.
Ethan, goes for that wrench trade. Sandstorm.
Yeah,
there,
he's done
dead.
for.
Yep. So Ethan actually went for the original wrench trade. Wrench was probably the first player to actually go for that chase dodge down. Chase dodge forward, chase dodge down.
Forward down for the Sair.
Yeah. Doesn't get it, but it didn't matter because Sandstorm tried to turn it on him and he died for it.
Oh yeah, I mean that ground pound just sent him so far down that he had to burn everything to try to get back up, and Ethan just denying that wall touch was enough to knock him out. And even final stocks.
Ethan, so many nairs, so many downlights. He's actually getting these 10 hits over and over and over again. So there, Sandstorm trying to go for the read after hitting that sidelight.
These dashback sidelights from Sandstorm. So incredibly threatening, but the downlight into the recovery. Sandstorm in the sky. Burned his recovery. Slips past the recovery of Ethan though. There's the weapon pickup.
Ethan tossing his weapon. Sandstorm with the weapon now. Recovery. Not gonna be it. One more. Ethan positioning for it. Random neutral stick tossed out. I think he tried to get a grounded recovery, but he actually he barely
just touched the ground for the neutral signature to come out. Sidelight. Oh, tries to go for the downlight, and the recovery wake up from Ethan will give him game 1.
1-0 to Ethan, and this is what I was talking about. Ethan is the one that has the potential to take out Sandstorm here, but Sandstorm is playing secondaries, tertiaries, and more. I am interested to see Sandstorm pick a character that he is more familiar with against this Ethan Sasuri.
He's sticking with the Zariel though, and you know, it had moments. There's definitely some strong moments, but at the very end there, Ethan really had the number. A lot of the damage buildup was Ethan's guitars. I'm curious if Sandstorm can like lock him on sword. Maybe he'll have the opportunity. But
3, 2, 1.
The issue right now is that anytime Sandstorm's trying to do something, Ethan's just waking up with guitars.
Yeah,
Whether it's a neutral, whether it's a recovery, whether it's just falling down and using a grounded move. Sandstorm though with this gauntlet against his sword.
Ground pound. Oh, goes for the falling nair as well. He got a lot of hits there, but damage trade relatively even between the two of them.
Dunk weapon toss after that nair.
Over to the bow now.
Right.
Ethan throws away his weapon, wants to play unarmed against the bow of Sandstorm. He's punishing that downlight. You can't go for the straight downlight follow-up off the sidelight unless the dodge is burned. Side sig. Oh!
Oh,
did that hit the
wow.
platform?
Got the angle. And he's dead off though. That actually sent him to the void, man.
That was so close to hitting the main stage and then bouncing them up and eating a lot of that force and keeping Ethan alive. It was right on that edge. All right, that'll even it up. The side heavy from Ethan. Weapon, it's the Katars. No weapon spawns for Sandstorm.
Down there, recovery. That is the most optimal one. Nair. Nair.
The Nair Wars.
Just...
Sandstorm playing like a guitar player with all these Nairs.
Mm-hmm.
Over to the gauntlets. Can he get those big strings?
Both players just going back and forth, playing their hardest. I don't know. This is the most tryhard neutral I've ever seen, honestly, ever.
Ooh. Had the dodge down, but couldn't quite get that recovery. Sandstorm, more signatures throwing out. Looking for the finisher on this stock. He's done all three of the Zariel gauntlet signatures, but none of them connecting.
Guess it was
side sig.
Wow, lands on that platform with a dash and then side six him with it.
Oh!
Had no jump after hitting with a GC. Down the recovery, that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
And he moves on to the next stock of Ethan's. Sandstorm in a slight lead, but Ethan has shown to be able to take these matches.
It's such
Down
a small lead.
slide.
Oh, reads the
What?
dodge down. The neutral signature coming out from Sandstorm.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Sent us straight to yellow. Nair? Tries to go for the Nair Sarah. I don't know if Zariel has six decks, because that is the 6 decks only thing. On gauntlets.
I don't actually know Zariel stacks off the top of my head.
I actually don't either. I know she has 4 movement speed though. Zariel. Oh, the backdash.
Yeah. Real avoiding.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to extend this stock, but the neutral heavy from Ethan puts him on the final stocks. Staying with the Katars, the damage build from the Katars. Oh, it's all the way on the left
running
side.
at each other. This is so tense. Downlight. He gets the loop and downlight
so
is another
many
downlight.
hits.
What is going on? It's the weirdest strings I've seen, dude.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like these spikes where he'll go back down and then reset the downlights consistently.
He's using string starters to continue the string.
Yeah.
Like
3 downlights.
Downlight. Sandstorm. Both players trying to get this last hit. Sidelight, no down sig.
Oh, that's a burn, and
Recovery.
that's a recovery.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah, that's
Ethan again.
so
Taking
punishable.
out at the end.
One
Both players always so close until the end where Ethan just barely gets the KO. 2-0 for Ethan now. Sandstorm is on his last grasp and he's still sticking to that Zariel with that stance, which gives him 5 movement speed.
So he's got 4 dexterity to answer that previous question of if that gauntlet string was true, which it wasn't. Sandstorm versus Ethan. 1 game left for Ethan to earn his spot in the grand finals against Wrenched for the run back. Sandstorm sticking with the Zariel pick, a pick that he hadn't really played until these final 2 sets, losers semis and losers final. We'll see how well that pays off for him. He's been having these moments, again, these glimmers of amazing things, and then Ethan just closes out the game.
Yep. I mean, Sandstorm was in the lead last game. Side there, downline there. Resets. Barely clips off of the edge with that neutral lead. Sandstorm trying to find his mark. Gets that sider. Weapon tosses. That has been the story for Ethan so far. Neutral, neutral into weapon toss, and then continuing off of that. Positional advantage is the name of the game for these two players so far.
Oh, but he throws that weapon away. Over to the bow. Long-reaching moves on this bow. Tries to charge up the signature, but Ethan interrupting it. Another signature. Ethan punishing these side signatures from Sandstorm.
Side sig out of nowhere with Sandstorm punishing with a GC. I mean, down line to GCN sig.
Bounce pass to himself. Sandstorm so damaged, and the side sig will do it.
Even in the lead. Up 2-0 as well. I wonder how this is going to impact him. Is he going to play less careful?
Yeah, might start feeling real confident and starting to go in on Sandstorm. Definitely has a lot of room to work with here.
Keeping safe, does not want to lose his stock. Yep, he is really patient with this.
Down recovery,
yep.
And then immediately throws away the bow. You see that? He wants those gauntlets for the matchup against Ethan.
Both players, man. Both players. Oh, even with that neutral line, it's instant down that Sarah recovered down there, I think it was. That's one of the things about sword, and it's if they don't jump once they get hit by that.
Whoa!
Dude.
I don't know what you were saying. I was busy watching Sandstorm just punch Ethan all over the screen.
I fully agree with you on that one. Sandstorm finally getting the gauntlet strength that we know him for. I've been missing that the entire match.
Okay, off stage.
So that down
Into the recovery. That's his knockout option. Every single time he needs a knockout, switches to the bow for that finishing blow. Kind of like people who play with a hammer character, right? Like they'll do all this damage with the other weapon, and then they go to the hammer for downlight Sarah.
Yep. Saw that. Falls down, saw that recovery on the read. And he's in the lead again, but this was what happened last game, where Sandstorm had a pretty okay lead. And then Ethan just evens it up and then finally crawls it back. Down the recovery, not going to be it, not going to kill.
Couldn't get that second recovery. Great dodge from Sandstorm to avoid it. That's a burn dodge. That's a recovery.
Does not hit it.
Still not enough to finish off this stock. The down signature from Ethan. Able to spot dodge through that whiffed side heavy and then go for the down signature to punish. Small lead for Sandstorm.
Both players playing neutral. Sandstorm still doing these backdashes, trying to just find sidelights. Even though this is what I mean, even gets the KO and then he finds these small hits that puts him back into a proper position.
Ooh, side signature.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
Yup. Sandstorm takes game 3.
Instantly they move into game 4.
Right back.
Straight to the bands. Yup. No waiting, no nothing.
Yep. They just want to finish this set out. Sandstorm needs to win the next 2 games. If he loses any of them, Ethan goes into the grand finals. Ethan's Katars have been so strong. Sandstorm barely managed to reverse that last one off of that gauntlet string. He was on the back foot for most of that, and then the one gauntlet string was what he needed.
Down on there. Already starts off pretty decently. Downlight does not hit it this time though. Man, Sandstorm truly sticking to the Zariel pick. That's so interesting.
I mean, he is on wild card, and he's clearly a wild card. Am I right?
Yeah, how about we go back to the game?
Ooh, tries to punish from behind on that neutral signature. Couldn't quite get the bow shot, but definitely getting some good damage built up onto Ethan. Nairs from below.
Ethan in control right now.
Ooh, he hit the downlight, but then backed up over to the Katars.
It's a warning shot.
Yeah.
Patient, patient. Will we see the signature here? Nope. Downlight, another one. Nice weapon toss.
Down signature,
sig.
but it's gonna launch him so far that he had side airs, but that weapon toss denying him, and that means Sandstorm is gonna fall to his death. The lead goes the way of Ethan. Downlight, gravity cancel, neutral heavy, not enough damage onto Ethan.
Trying to find that KO. Goes for the signature. Oh, okay. So, when the person's not damaged enough like that, you can't jump there. You just down there straight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, so many nairs.
So much damage off of all these nairs. Ethan feeling real
Weapon
confident
toss.
right now. He's just going in onto Sandstorm.
Mm-hmm. There's so many, like he actually just tossed like 8 moves out at him. And even though one of them would miss, he would follow it up with something else that would cover what he just missed with.
Oh! Oh!
Ethan just keeps waking up. New sig.
Finally, Sandstorm gets the stock, but he took so much damage on that second stock. Ethan is going off right now. He's playing like a man on fire. He is so confident right now.
When you have 3 games that are just methodical and slow, and they're so careful with their hits, exploding like that out of nowhere might have caught him as a surprise.
Yeah, it completely throws Sandstorm off that rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's back to the methodical play. Ethan, so much room given to Sandstorm.
Ethan getting hits, man, left and right. Sandstorm trying his best to cave back in. The weapon toss, but they're kind of like clashing with each other. Ethan once again double string starters to continue his strings. Down and recovery continues his string this time. Down light, waits up. Ethan just playing the damage game, not risking too much, very safe moves, weapon tosses, and dash upstairs.
Sandstorm is so
Down
far
in there.
behind. Oh,
Oh,
ground pound.
grab him?
Sandstorm's in trouble. Goes high
Recovery?
enough, will be able to get back, but he is taking so much damage. Again, the downlight gravity cancel neutral heavy, not enough damage onto Ethan for it to be the knockout.
Great punish though. What is going on? Ninja Lair, not gonna be it.
Where's the
Sandstorm?
downlight recovery?
Sandstorm? Ethan just wants the KO now. He sees victory. He sees victory. Backs off.
Downlight recovery.
Recovery. Gonna be it.
Last stock.
Sandstorm's on his
So
last game as well.
damaged.
Cannot lose this. So patient.
Ethan's playing so patient for a person who just needs to hit one heavy move onto Sandstorm.
Yep. I respect it though. You know what Sandstorm can do. If he does catch you with 2 strings, that might potentially be the end of you. But Ethan, downless recovery did not kill him. One more of
Can't
those
afford
will
another,
be
yeah.
enough.
Another
Come on,
one.
recovery, dead.
Ethan has knocked out Sandstorm in the losers final. Sandstorm's going to be going home with that bronze medal, and that means Ethan gets the salty run back against Wrenched in the grand finals.
Ethan, I mean, Sandstorm first taken out by Wrenched, and then after that taken out by Ethan. Sandstorm is out, and we will now be seeing Ethan versus Wrenched. At this point, we've seen it once. Wrenched literally just 3-0'd him, although it was close. Wrench was the player to clutch it out the more, and that has been the story of Wrench so far in this tournament, where he just has been clutching out these matches.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, no other story is like Wrench when it comes to that. He is the player to clutch out matches, what to win.
He has that clutch factor. The question now for me is Ethan gonna go to the Mordex, the thing that he swapped to in game 2 and game 3 of the winners finals? That worked better against the Asuri. Does he have something else in the pocket, or is he going to go back to the Asuri, the thing that just beat out the number 1 1v1er in the world?
Well, we will just have to see as both players pick their characters and are getting ready to duke it out.
Yeah. That's me. Ethan might be needing to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. He's I mean, you know, that was a very intense last set. He's gone 2 best of 5s in a row now. He just went to game 5. Actually, no, sorry. He just went to game 4 in the last one. And, you know, I don't blame him for needing to be like, you know what, I need to take a breather, I need to take a break, I need to get some water, refresh myself before I get into what potentially could be 2 more best of 5s, because he has to beat Wrenched once to get the reset for a second best of 5.
Especially when you just finished playing a Sandstorm and having to crawl that out against Zerial.
Okay, this is the swap. This is what I was curious of. Ethan is going to be locking in the Mirage. Wrench going to be on the Asuri. Ethan will definitely have the range advantage over Wrenched. But again, if Wrench can get stacked up onto Ethan, he'll be able to maintain so much pressure. The wake-up options from Ethan with these weapons, not the strongest. Spear Nair works, but it does have some
But the
startup.
matchups are great, though. Spear, actually, if you play Spear properly, you can wall out both sword and guitars completely. And as we all know, if you play Scythe in a patient way and then just play for your strings, you have a great winning condition already there. So the Mirage Pick, I actually agree with it fully, and you have great signatures to actually get KOs. But this is Ethan we are talking about, and Ethan has historically said that he struggles with finding kills. So we will see what's gonna have to end up happening with this one. However, Ethan is coming from loser's bracket, which means that he has to win 2 sets.
Yes, 2 best of 5s. So that means a total of 6 games minimum for Ethan to win. Nice little string from Ethan. Has Wrenched in the offstage. Wrenched with these falling nairs. Misses the second one, and that will get Ethan back up onto the stage.
Giving Ethan a small chance.
Offstage again. Ethan just keeping him on this left side.
Yep.
Wrench fights his way back onto the stage, though.
Every time Wrench is being tossed, every time Wrench finds his positioning, Ethan just tosses him back. Ethan, though, going for these signatures now.
That was tricky. He went for a jump, dodge, down signature, and Wrench was expecting kind of this upward movement, saw that downward movement, tried to punish. Neutral sig kills.
That's always interesting how the neutral signature hits you, because I think it looks like it's about to send you up and like the diagonally kind of, but it actually sends you to the side and diagonally.
Well, that is going to give Ethan the lead over Wrenched with this Mirage Pick. Ooh, Wrenched. He's been scary with these side signatures. Hasn't really connected with them. I think he got 1 knockout with the side signature. But overall, it's just like the threat of this running car.
Yep. Yes, there's lag. Going for a nice alarm. Dash jump side there. Does not find it, but it doesn't matter. Falling there. Gets the weapon.
All right. Nice pivot dare into the Sair.
Backs up, trying to trap him at this wall. As a lot of side players do, going back and forth with the downlights.
Nice recovery, punishes their recovery. Wrench resets to the wall, double dare. Ground pound connects.
Ground pound.
Ethan has jumps.
Wrenched.
Does not have enough though. And Wrench takes the stock lead.
Clean. That was a super clean sequence from Wrench. Gets it down their knees, and then finds double ground pounds to get the KO.
Dude, Wrench's off stage it's legitimately really good. That was what he used to close out game 3 in the winners finals. Nice double neutralite from Ethan though. Getting some damage. Needs to finish the stock off of Wrenched.
It's funny because he doesn't necessarily fish for it either. It just happens, and then he just gets it. Oh wow, Wrench barely avoiding that and
just
getting the punish on it.
Nice.
Weapon tosses after weapon tosses.
Not a knockout.
Oh. Had him in a good position to force him into recovery. Barely missed it though. Ethan tossing at every signature under the planet.
That's Sair catching the top end onto Wrench. Still not enough to finish off Wrench. The nairs damage. The recovery is a knockout. And Ethan not too worse for wear, but we saw how quickly Wrench was able to steal out that second stock.
So far, Ethan is truly doing his best to actually get this. Both players super clean neutral.
Nice recoveries from Ethan.
Oof, barely misses that. Trying to space it out. Ethan avoiding, floating around him, circling him. Try that down that. Oh,
all right. Ethan remembering. That's what took him out so frequently in his winners finals match. His Wrench hit so many of those neutral signatures.
Weapon toss again. Ethan has truly become a spear thrower this match so far.
Ground pound. Oh, punish!
That was one time. Really well done.
Ethan was doing so good at playing the neutral, but then he gets a little greedy, goes off stage against Wrenched, and Wrenched with the punishes. Like, you just, at this point, you can't go off stage against Wrenched because Wrenched is so good at that.
Yep. And it's funny because Ethan literally only did ground pound one time. You said that. One time. And he got the punish.
I can respect the idea behind it of being like, you know what, I've been winning in the neutral so much, he's not going to expect the ground pound. But Wrench is just, he's been on point with these punishes in the off stage. At this point, just it's fine if he doesn't expect it. You don't have to do it. Just, you're winning in the neutral. He had 100 something more damage than Wrenched at the end of that last one.
Wrenched. going to only need 2 more matches to actually take out this grand finals and finally win an online tournament. Is this actually Ren's first online tournament victory? If you were to win this,
I
feel like he won one more tournament a while ago, like 2.5 years ago, or something.
I cannot remember a Wrench victory. Like, Wrench has been so consistent in the top 3, especially in offline events, but I legitimately cannot remember a Wrenched win in a very long time.
Even has come close many times as well. However, both players playing to their hearts, man. If there is 2 players that would try their hardest, it is these 2.
They're taking this absolutely seriously. They're playing their best right now, and Wrenched with the sword play. We have not seen a lot of his sword play. It's predominantly been the Qatar play, and I guess this is kind of his response to Ethan's spear. He knows that, hey, Ethan's spear game, you know what? It did beat out the Qatars, so try to mix it up. Bust out the sword.
Down there. Waits up. Another down there. Missed it. Ethan with that nair, trying to get the spike of it. Oof. Ethan does
the wake up side
6. Doesn't care. Spaces him out, just waits it. There's sake, trying to get. Oh, that would have killed.
Denying weapons. Wrench with the unarmed side air. The recovery connects, but Wrench not damaged enough for that to be a knockout.
A little bit. It's just patience. Oh, I'm gonna go for a hit. Patience. I'm gonna go for a hit. Wrenched. What? He bounced off the platform with that down there, and then he went for the Sarah on him. Did he chase that forward? That was awesome.
No chase touch. He just kind of fell into that side air. It's real clean movement, and that means that Wrenched has that stock advantage. Ethan goes for the wake up down signature. Catches Wrenched if he's trying to stay stacked, but it's not connecting.
Wrench is getting damage. Just looking like how Ethan plays Qatars. Once he gets the stock, just literally goes for 2-3 hits and repeats over and over. There. Ethan needs to get this KO. GG side 6 above, but it doesn't work like that.
Ground pound. Wrenched again with the spot dodge and punish the ground pound. Ethan just underneath that down heavy, but still, like, it just, that's so scary. Like, every single time you go for a ground pound, Wrench spot dodges and punishes it.
Sure, that's gonna be it. Ethan just tossing on every move he can, hoping to get the KO, and he does manage to succeed. He might be deep orange, but it's not the worst position.
Sunlight's there.
Waiting. Recovery. Ending. I won? No, definitely intentional. Definitely intentional.
No, every decision they make is intentional. It's like, haven't you learned that yet? Nice. Ooh, the weapon toss actually working out for Ethan. Surprised that stayed active in that position. Able to get that pickup neutralite as well. Side sig
runs away like literally to the other end and then side sig back.
Playing like the Mirage is in my rank games, right? the backup and then long range side signature. Actually catching Wrenched on those chases. Ooh, Wrenched almost punishing that recovery from below.
He tried to reverse that on purpose, waiting for him to recovery and then trying to get the recovery himself.
Burn dodge.
Nothing killing yet.
Recovery.
Ethan doesn't get his weapon. Down the recovery, it's coming in. Wrench in the lead again. 2 stocks to 1. However, 1 hit can take him out. All he needs is a well-placed hit.
Yeah, Wrenched is very damaged here. Oh, Wrenched is high above these recoveries. There's a dodge down.
Satellite. No like follow-up or any like proper read on that. Just backs off. Side there.
Down signature.
Down sig.
That reached. Those spears go out in all directions. Some of them reaching a little bit further than the others. And that one just barely caught Wrench to be the knockout. And that means final stocks here in game 2.
That reminded me of like a shield wall back in Spartan times. You just poked the spear through the shield. Super long range. Both players patient, neutral. Wrench getting this quick hits, but Ethan clapping back. 4-piece. Down there. Do we see a signature from Wrench? Yep. No punish. Weapon toss from Ethan once again there. Both players getting dangerously close to the kill percent.
Wrench with the chase dodge, trying to maintain position onto Ethan. Weapon toss in to pick up neutralite. Pogo
down there.
Goes for the offstage, and Wrench does not have the jumps. Ethan wins out in the offstage for game 2. 2 more and he gets a reset.
So I think Wrench like heavily underrated. I mean, overestimated how far up he was because he definitely could have touched back, but it seems like he just was looking at the weapon. Honestly, he just saw the weapons. I was like, I'm gonna follow it a bit, and then forgot that he has to, actually go back up the touch because he was losing his options by the minute.
With how much Ethan's offstage has been those just wild ground pounds, just dash jump ground pound when wrenched is so far, I'm not surprised that weapon toss, just something different, ultimately was worked out, because wrenched was expecting that follow-up ground pound. Right? He was just like, all right, I got to just play around this weapon toss, and then he's gonna come ground pound me, and then I can spot dodge punish it, GG easy. But Ethan was just like, nah, I'll go back and I'll play this neutral game. Switching up the characters, going to be going over to this Hattori. We'll still maintain that spear play, which has been so clean for him with the Mirage, but he'll have more movement speed and different knockout options.
So there. Ethan has historically had a million different characters to play. I just find it weird that when he wins with the Mirage, he swaps off it.
Win into character swap? Want to win harder?
Like, what is there in Sword that can offer Ethan what he needs to beat Wrenched?
Well, to be fair, how much of that last game did he use Sight? It was basically a spear show. So
Yeah, but
maybe
Mirage
he's
has
more
a better
confident
spear.
in his Hattori spear.
Possible, but so far that confidence is not showing because Wrench just took the lead.
Yeah, Wrench with a convincing lead right now. Only in the orange. Ethan is gonna have to find some big strings here on this stock. Dude, it's crazy how much stage control Wrench can get off of one hit. Like he'll get a hit and then Ethan full on disengages, backs off ground pound, falling there. Another one.
Oh,
Ethan saved by the recovery.
Ethan positioned himself so that when Wrench comes back with that recovery, he is going to get saved. Wow. And he goes for a read and he gets the downlet read. Hits him with the side leg, jumps up GC downlet to read Wrench's dodge and then recovery. So that entire sequence is crazy.
And Ethan, he's right back into it.
He's fired up. He's fired up.
Nice recovery from Wrench though.
Neutralize, trying to space it out. Neutralize the other way, and for some magical reason that actually found this target.
Reading into the future. Weapon toss from Ethan. These weapon tosses from Ethan on the spear actually doing a great deal for him because he's extending it. He'll get the weapon toss and then get a pickup neutralize. He'll get the weapon toss, pick up side air. Like he's making so much out of these weapon tosses that break neutral.
Once again. Ooh, what?
Yeah, my thought exactly. An on-stage ground pound, such a risky thing, but
Yeah,
Wrench,
you missed that. You are getting punished.
yeah, Wrench was
100%.
not able to avoid it, and so Ethan makes it. Nice pogo.
There.
Where's the weapon toss?
Waits up.
Once a pogo. Oh, Wrench avoids it.
Goes for a double option. Misses the down there, but it doesn't matter. Falls down, goes for recovery. Hits him with it. But as I say that, Wrench literally just recovers him back and kills him.
But Wrench is so damaged. Ethan all the way on this soft platform gets caught by the tail end of that side light. What's the knockout option? No signatures from Ethan on the Hattori yet.
Nope.
Not a
Absolutely
single
not.
one.
Maybe not feeling it, but apparently he can do signatures on arm though, because that neutral stick has been coming into handy for him this entire tournament.
Again, gets
downlight
that
again.
jump gravity cancel downlight read.
And Ethan is actually one of the only players in this game that does that read.
Oh, nice nares from below from Wrenched with the juggle.
Ethan just trying to get down. He's not getting punished for any of them though. Clean platform movement with that dash on it.
Goes
Wrench,
through the
what?
down sig. There's so many active frames on that. How did Ethan not get caught?
That signature is designed to do what he just did, and it didn't work.
It is designed to punish that specific dodge, and Ethan able to avoid it. He is so close to this.
Downline recovery does not. Doesn't get the down recovery, but it does get the downline to neutralize. One more hit.
Recovery. Not going to be enough. Wrenched. Touches that wall. Barely the pogo. Another one.
Another. Still alive. Oh, he. What?
All right. Ethan takes game 3. One more for the reset. Wrenched with these, with the Katars, with the Asuri, with the sword. It's not working, so he's switching to the Lucian.
This Lucian pick is interesting, man. It didn't work out in any way that Wrench actually wanted earlier on. So I am surprised to see him pick it again. But then again, this time it's Ethan and not Sandstorm. I don't know. I'm just really curious to see why he would do it. Maybe to just test it out. If it actually works, then he can continue running with it in the bracket reset. Because he does have another 3 games that he can lose after this one if he does end up losing this one, since Ethan is coming from the loser side, or the lowers, as we like to call it.
Well, we'll see how well this Lucian works out for Wrenched. Like you said,
anyways, both players playing neutral.
Didn't really work.
Down there. Oh, Ethan with that down and there knows that on the wall you cannot get a down and there, so he goes for a down and there. Clean conversion. Once again, Ethan goes for the read and gets it perfectly. Ethan doing a great job. Finding the hits where he has to. Weapon toss.
Wrenched in orange right now. Getting some decent damage. All right, nice falling nair attempt. And I guess this is why he switched over to the Lucian, is he has the blasters for the range advantage over the spear.
Ooh, trying to wait, but Ethan just finds the hit. So far, the Lucian not looking too good.
Side sig connects,
Side
and
sig.
Ethan takes the lead, or takes the stock. Yeah,
I mean, he does take the lead as well, but fully.
Yeah, a more convincing lead. Now
A better one.
Wrenched with the blasters. Oh, Ethan went for the
Ethan.
read, but Wrenched able to jump outside of that one.
Mixing it up slightly because he has been getting this GC downlight thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Wrench actually doesn't mix it up at all. So, ooh, what?
And he's going to take a sip. Gets him with the cider actually catching that side of the recovery. The recovery was off screen. I'm impressed that Wrenched had the range and position for that.
Mm-hmm. Having a bit of shades of booming with that cider, getting that cider horizontal ladder type of thing. Just pushing him off to the sides.
Now we're even between the two of them. Oh, goes in for the downlight. Able to convert into a recovery and side air. There's a lot of times where Ethan throws out a move. It doesn't connect, but he ends up converting into a whole lot of extra stuff.
What? That was a reverse nair into side there. And as he's about to go back to touch, Ethan just takes him out with a sair.
He caught him through that rock. Like, that spear just slipped around there. He's got one of those spears on chains that's like super cool looking, like dust spear.
Something like that.
Those anime
Ethan trying to
spears.
follow up.
Side sig connects from Wrench. Goes for his second one. More side
my.
sigs. I guess that's his knockout option. Is the Qatar side signature?
Mm-hmm. I am not a fan of this Wrench Lucian so far.
It's okay. He still has another set, right? He is on the upper side. So even if this Lucian does not work, it's just going to be a reset into a second best of 5. Ethan has been making the run.
This is what happens when you want a bracket reset, man. Playing to the favors of the crowd.
Downlight recovery. Wrenched. 1 or 2 good hits from being knocked out and getting reset on. Ethan with his Hattori. The spear play has been on point. The sword play doing its work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Even
goes
Lipstick does not get it. Wrenched. Interesting options. Nair down light. We've seen that so many times.
Where are you going, Ethan? Because that right side wall does not reset jump. So I thought he was going to go to the far side of the island. Then he was just dancing alongside that right side wall. Such a scary spot to be in, but able to get back.
Wrench just trying to use as the best to get as many hits he can. He knows that any proper signature hit will be the end of him.
Recovery not
One more of those. Ethan. Spots in front of his face, but only recoveries out of it.
Downlight recovery, this time a little higher, a little bit more damage, and Ethan gets the reset. We're going to a second best of 5.
We have a bracket reset on our hands, huh?
Yeah, that is a reset from Ethan, and Wrench is going to switch it up. He's going to go back to the Asuri. Worked a little bit better than Lucian. I know you were not a big fan of that Lucian in that last game, so I think Wrench agrees with you on that.
He just doesn't do much on the guns, so at that point it's just like, why would you swap out your secondary for something that you don't necessarily aren't as proficient on as you are on the sword. And then, honestly, when it comes to signatures, he doesn't abuse the losing signatures well enough to justify the swap to his legend kit.
You know what?
He's better off using his series.
I almost probably don't, but I almost want Wrench to go to the 2016 Wrenched on the Ember. Have that bow, because he got to at least watch Sandstorm play the bow matchup against Ethan, so he could have taken a thing or two out of that. And it's going to be something completely different from this Asuri, which Ethan seems to have the number on.
3, 2,
Yeah, that's actually interesting. But honestly, I think at this point you should just stick.
Yeah,
with this
stick with what's been getting you here. Got you all the way to the grand finals.
His entire career, actually.
Now we see Wrenched with the Asuri over to the sword. Ethan, he's going to be playing the spear game. His spear has it's been on point against Wrenched. Oh, nice neutral lights.
Back to reason Wrench is doing near slash and near slash. Already looking so much more confident on this. Sorry.
Seeing a very differently paced game here in the bracket reset.
Yep. I think both players just got even more serious now, knowing that this is the end.
This is the final set. Whoever wins this best of 5 is going to be the champion of the Mayhem of Ragnirock tournament. Side signature just barely off the mark for Wrenched.
Not enough. Tries to hawk out the nair, does not get that either.
Nice. The weapon toss and the pickup neutralites from Ethan. Again, so clean.
Both players even stock, even damage.
Downlight recovery.
Wow.
Yep. Wrenched takes the stock lead.
That's kind of fun. Ethan hits him with the weapon toss and then instantly tries to go for a side seek, but Wrenched wakes up out of his weapon toss and instantly goes for a downlight. His startup is faster, managed to beat it out. Neutral into downlight. Ethan did not jump. That is a jump check.
Side air. Off stage. Ethan goes for the down air, but Wrenched able to fast fall low enough to avoid it.
Yep.
That's a burn dodge. Downlight recovery. Yep. And Ethan evens it up.
Both players playing neutral. Neutral light.
Standard
That's
neutral.
a crocky.
He's been getting that actually
got-
quite a bit. Is neutral light and then run forward second neutral light.
It works so well. I remember when I first got hit by it, it was crocky when I moved over to NA, and I was like, why does this feel like it's almost true? The way it hits you is really awkward. It feels weird when you get hit by it.
Ooh.
But Wrench though, down recovery, actually relatively decent kill to get at that damage.
That was super quick. I did not even see Wrench build up that much damage onto Ethan. He just snuck that stock out, and now he's basically got a full stock lead over Ethan.
Ethan is really, really sleeping with these jumps. He's supposed to be jumping after getting hit by a neutral level sidelight, but he isn't. So Wrench is getting these extensions for free on him. Down
Downlight sider. More Sares. Second
Sare
Sare.
again. Saw blood, wanted to end it. Sare again.
Over to the
Ethan
spear.
this time calling him out.
Oh, he spot dodged through the neutral light. Just enough iframes to avoid that. Ethan, where are you going?
Wow.
You're going nowhere as the down air punishes that deep commitment ground bound. Wrench takes game 1 after the reset.
That's interesting. So he didn't grab on him to try and punish that, but instead he literally fell all the way on top of him and then just like said, okay, you're gonna dodge. And then he dodges, reaches his dodge with a jump down there, gets the KO. Very fashionable, great read, straight up. Love it.
I mean, that is Ethan, or that's Wrenched being so adept at that offstage. I don't know how he has so much practice with the offstage, because it is hard to get good practice in offstage, but Wrench just does it. All right, here we go.
I think my microphone died for a moment there.
Oh, did you?
Anyways,
Oh.
We are going into game 2. Ethan versus Wrench. Ethan does get the first weapon, but it doesn't matter because Wrench insulates with the downlight into neutral air. Ethan, downlight there, tries to get some sort of follow-up afterwards.
Trading back and forth.
Both players just, literally hitting each other down and up. Once again, jump check hits him with the sidelight, but he doesn't jump, which allows him to get that downlight.
Downlight side air. Keeping Ethan on that left side. That soft platform is so close to the kill box. Can be both a safety net and a murder net, so to speak. And Wrench just
pushes
figured out the
forward.
spear play. Ethan had gotten so much mileage out of the spear play in the first grand final set, but now Wrench he's really figuring it out. Nice pogos though.
There. Oop, tries to go for again. Doesn't matter if Wrench finds a Sair. Sair again. Ethan has no recovery. Doesn't matter though.
Sair back.
There is something nice that Wrench is doing, and it's he's doing dash spot dodge satellite. So not only is he doing the spot dodge to avoid any sort of damage, the silent afterwards gives him so much movement that it's actually impossible to punish, even if you're waiting for the spot dodge.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's a big punish. Ethan committed for the gravity cancel side signature. Wrench backdash, immediate punish. Downlight into the recovery. Stock advantage to Wrench.
They somehow with that early move, making Ethan think that he got what? Satellite into Sair? Is that true?
Yeah,
Looked
off
like
that
it.
right side wall.
Mm-hmm. That recovery.
Yep.
That's gonna be it, and they are even again. Once again, Ethan versus Wrench. That has been the story of these two players. These two players are so even. None of them have really been rocking the games.
And Ethan, he's sticking with the spear game, even priming his next weapon to be that spear. He's giving a lot of room to Wrench there. You saw Wrench playing the unarmed, and oh, again, the gravity cancel side signature, or side light.
Yep. The satellite, yep. Satellite again, satellite again.
Oh.
Downline recover, downline there, barely misses it though. Wrench taking it away with these hits, going for hits over and over again. Almost killing himself right there. I'm happy he found the wall.
Side signature punishes that dash in. Damage has been evened up. Nice recovery connection for Ethan. Trying to get a second one as Wrench goes and picks up the Kataris.
Chasik does not hit it. Wrench nails the recovery, does not hit that either. Both players are trying to find this KO.
Ethan's not leaving this platform. There's no reason to. There you see the dodge avoidance from Wrench. Uh-oh. Ethan disarmed. Wrenched with the stage control. There's the weapon spawn. The weapon toss punishes him for the pickup. Burns a lot. Down air. Can't get the recovery. Recovery.
Doesn't hit it. Sair.
Not enough.
Nope, the weapon toss not enough either. Wrench perfectly avoiding it.
Oh,
What is going on?
the
Sair?
last hit of the
Jump.
side air. Ethan
can't
can't
make
touch the wall. No, did not have it. And that means Wrench gets the stock, but he's so damaged. This could easily go to last hit on last stocks.
Yep. Down 4 minutes almost so far, and only one stock from Wrench taken. And, well, as I say that, we are down to our last stocks. This is game 2. Wrench trying to get the hits.
Nice sidelight
Even
downlights
though-
there.
Dude, Ethan just keeps getting like one hit and is like straight up pulls that reverse button and just like does not want to let up too much.
Because he knows if he goes too hard in the paint, Wrench will just completely destroy him for it.
Oh, downlight. Wrench did GC that. I'm surprised he didn't go for a double downlight. He could have actually gone for a triple one.
That was a burn dodge from Wrench.
Yep. Good positioning, and even with these weapon tosses, honestly, Ethan truly has gotten the most value he can from these weapon tosses this entire tournament.
He's been getting so much out of these weapon tosses. And not just with the spear. He was starting to do it with the sword as well.
Good play. Sair.
Nice.
Where's the neutral signature?
No, he's not going to neutral signature. He's done that maybe twice and gotten punished for each of them. Oh, no,
is
the
that it?
recovery!
Wow.
Wrench wins game 2. He is 1 game away from being crowned the champion of Mayhem of Ragnirock.
Every single time, Wrench is so clutch. Games aren't necessarily going in his favor, and even if they are, it always ends up being a clutch victory rather than just a straight up win. That has been Wrench's story this entire tournament, finding clutch hits every single time.
He is a very clutch player. He's a very composed player. That's the thing that I was impressed with at the end of the very first match, was that he managed to stay composed against Sandstorm and then reverse 3-0 him. And every single time in these matches against Ethan, it'll go to the last hit, and Wrench he plays it normally. He doesn't panic, and he just plays it calmly and gets that final blow.
And now Wrench is up 2-0 in this bracket reset. Ethan did a great job resetting the bracket, but it doesn't matter if you can't go all the way. So far, Wrench just needs one more.
One game away, and Wrenched will be the champion. Ethan really taking his time now. He took a breath, took a breather at the end of game 2 before locking in the Satori. Now he's taking another breather, really extending this time before he decides to ban out maps. Will he leave Small Mammoth? Will he leave Twilight Grove on the board? Those have been the 2 basic maps that they've been playing on for the entirety of their sets.
Goes back to the Mammoth Fortress. That is the classic. The Asuri versus Satori still. Ethan swapping between a lot of different characters, but for some reason we truly stuck to the Satori. Yes, the Spear has been doing great, but man, I really think the Mirage would have been the best.
I guess at this point it's like no regrets, right? He's been playing the Satori. It got him this far after getting into the grand finals, and it's been working fairly well, even though Wrenched really figuring out this spear play. Wrenched is untouched right now.
Yep. This is the Wrench that is just trying to end it at this point. There was no
one
waiting,
game away from winning Wrenched. First tap of damage onto Wrenched is a falling Nair from Ethan. Second side sig.
Doesn't KO. Wrench going so deep. Picks the guitars. GC, that was like barely misses. Okay.
Nice.
Wrench trying some new strings. Didn't get it. Didn't find it.
I'm just trying to get that set up for that final knockout. Downlight. Oh! Did not expect that downlight to hit. You saw the delay on that recovery and then ended up whiffing over to the right side. Downlight recovery. He was ready for that one. Will get the stock advantage and a huge health lead.
Ethan needs to find a weapon here. Does find it, but it doesn't matter because Wrench actually gets 3 hits on him as he does. Great GC though.
Nice downlight side air. Ooh.
And I love what Wrench is doing with these. He's floating.
Oh, this is done.
What?
That's a death.
He got him.
Wrenched. Is he gonna 3-stock to finish out the grand finals after the reset?
He's done. He wants to be done with this. He has taken so many people. He has taken Sandstorm. All he wants to do at this point is take out Ethan, get his money, get his glory, get his pride, win that online tournament, and then just go to sleep or something like that.
He wants that W. Goes for a second dunk. Ethan able to dodge through that one. The response, downlight into the recovery.
Oh, that's how that's GC. He saw blood.
Yeah.
He saw the end.
He's just going in now. He knows he has so much room to play with, so many stocks, so much health. He's just going in towards Ethan.
So that one. Wrench is just going in, dude. Very, very little neutral coming out from him at this point. Neutral light. Ethan so damaged. This is going to be really, really, really hard for Ethan to actually clutch out. Not having much cheesy options you can pick on the Tori, and that is it.
Wrenched has done it. 3-0 after the reset. Wrenched is the champion of the Mayhem of Ragnirock tournament, finishing it off with that charged up sword down signature. Ethan taking a convincing second place finish though, able to get that reset, and Sandstorm is the 3rd place finisher, taking that bronze medal.
Yep, in this top 8, Wrench took out Sandstorm. Wrench took out Ethan again, and then Wrench took out Ethan again, once again in the grand finals. Wrench is actually your champion.
Yep, that is it. Wrenched was been able to do it, winning out, only losing, what is that? 3 games in the top 8, 2 of them to Sandstorm. Wait, nope, I'm bad at math. 5 games. Never mind. Everything that was exciting that I was about to pretend to say doesn't matter. But you can see that ultimate bracket right there. Wrench going through that top side and ultimately winning out over Ethan in the reset 3-0. Convincing. Wrenched is the champion. He's done it. He's gotten the W. He's finally the bride.
Finally happened. Yep. So many top 3s. It had to happen.
Eventually.
Well, it has been a great time casting with you, Duke. I had an amazing time casting this tournament. So many weird legends, so many weird picks, but that is the name of the game. This is Brawlhalla, and we learn every single day. And yeah, I'm Daiku, and that's Duke.
Yep, that's it. Bye. Thanks for watching.
yes, yes, here and